Okay, go ahead, Mike.
All right, you want to get started?
Yeah.
Now that we've been rudely interrupted.
I'm not allowed to.
Do you hear that?
There was.
Yeah.
She really sounds like that. Holy shit.
Come here. Come on, give yourself a shout out. Come on. Yeah, come over. Lori, we have millions, thousands or hundreds of listeners that would like to hear your voice. Hundreds. It'll be great.
All they've heard up to this time is Jed's poor impression.
Yeah.
I've never heard her speak, so
Okay, now, right, here we go.
Yo.
Say something. Tell a story about the guy that wanted to get out of the car and beat the shit out of you.
What?
Back it up. And
Come here. Come over here. You have to go and say the mic.
He
Lean down into the mic.
was backing up, and he had a fucking hood rat truck that was all rusted. And he was like this hillbilly hick. And he's like, my car sensors start going off because it's beeping. Because it was like, I was backing up. You couldn't hit him. And he got out of the car. He's like, fuck you, this and that.
How did he go?
Fuck you.
Lower.
Fuck you, this and that. And I'm like, the window was fucking closed. I said to Dad, I turned around and he was there. I'm like, what the fuck are you? I have a $20,000 car and you have a fucking $2,000 car. And Jed's like, well, you're going to get us in a fucking fight. Peace out, everyone. Go hoard the toilet paper.
oh shit, I'm crying.
That shit, it reminds me of when we went up. I think we were coming to pick you up for the TFCon, and she came out and she started talking, and I'm like, she don't sound like Jed makes her sound. And then Jed backed up or some shit and like accidentally kicked one of the potted plants, and she's like, "Don't knock over my plant!" Oh, there it is.
Now she won't shut up over there. She keeps talking.
Hear her in the background.
Dude, that shit was so funny. I heard her a little bit, and all I heard was Levy and fucking Josh losing their minds, dude. All right, you want to get started?
Yeah.
I don't think anything could beat that.
Oh, I got something. I have something, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry, Martin. No.
Okay, now shut the fuck up. But he wanted me to play it so that everybody could hear it, okay?
Okay.
So,
Who did? Who wanted you to play it?
hold on, you'll find out in a second. Right?
Okay.
Welcome. You are now tuned in to the official podcast of the Daywalker. The Daywalker. It's got like all the powers of a nerd, but all the weaknesses too, innit? You get me? Starring Jed Vargo. Shut up, Wesley, you wanker. What's wrong with you? I don't care who you are. You're a fucking clown. Well, because Transformers are fucking cool. Nailed it. 13% of your audience are birds? I don't think so, son. You want to check your analytics, sunshine. You can fuck right off if you think I'm spending 170 quid on Tigertron. I don't even fucking like Beast Wars. I love you, Jed. Transformers are our lives. Levy Super Customizer Curry. Nah. Reports of my veganism are highly exaggerated, bruv, yeah? Because all she sees is like superhero cock. Helen Mirren is a beautiful woman, cuz. I would eat that grey bush all day long, you get me? I have never shit my pants as an adult. And your host, internet celebrity, Michael Kincaid. You know, I can be a little bit of a hothead. Come on, gentlemen, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
I keep telling you, there's more chance of catching bloody coronavirus than there is any pussy at one of those D&D meetings.
I must say, gentlemen, there is nothing wrong with eating arse.
Personally, I think one should just wait for the MP44 KO.
So it's time to put on your big boy trousers. Like a child, not a little kid. And fasten your seatbelts, and you're ready. It's time for the Blackout and Shout podcast. Robin Leach? Fuck's sake.
Oh, that's fucking great. Yeah, you're gonna have to edit that in as the intro.
Oh man,
I am going to put that in as the intro, yeah.
That's awesome.
my God.
I'll make sure-
That's
I'll make-
awesome.
yeah.
I'll make sure I send you guys the MP3 that he recorded.
Bravo.
Yeah, man.
Fucking bravo. That's crazy.
He went over and above. He went over and above right there, man. That was something
Not
else.
only did he take what was actually there in the intro, but then he ad-libbed other stuff on top of it. which
Yeah,
is
that's
fantastic.
pretty fucking. That's pretty. That you know what? I think we should probably make that the actual intro from now on. I think that would be fucking fantastic.
The funny nugget of extra funny in that thing is that we still have no goddamn clue what he really sounds like.
Oh
man. I said I would like to think that's what he sounds like. And he's not like, hamming it up at all. So gentlemen, what are we doing here?
Oh man,
I spent 170 pounds on a Tigertron. I don't even like Beast Wars. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Fantastic. Yeah. So, Mike,
right.
Wow,
episode 90.
episode 90. Shout out to Doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to
Good
good stuff.
Sitting across from me, ladies and gentlemen, Lee
virtually.
Curry.
Yeah, virtually sitting
Yeah.
across from me virtually tonight.
Yeah,
How you doing,
Levy
buddy?
Curry. Levy Curry.
I am getting over an illness, not coronavirus. But, I've been laid up for most of the week, so I'm finally feeling a little bit better. But
What were your symptoms, Levy?
respiratory stuff, a lot of coughing,
Mm-hmm.
sniffling, sneezing, headache.
Mm.
You know,
Can't
no
rest medicine.
No fever. Yeah,
No
Yeah,
fever.
No fever though. So
Mm.
no coronavirus.
Little bit of shit in his pants, a little bit.
Nope, not even one little bit. Not,
Well,
since,
you said it
not
wouldn't
since
have
I
been
was not
solid.
since I was a child.
might have had
Never-
diarrhea. Just didn't know about it.
Hashtag never as an adult.
Hashtag I call bullshit.
So
Ladies and gentlemen, on my virtual left side, Jed Vargo.
Yeah, that's me.
yeah, there we go.
How's everybody doing? Hey there, everybody. Hey there, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here in Texas, sitting here with my little recorder and making sure that I do my reviews and stuff,
Did you guys make up yet?
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
I think so. I don't know. If not, fuck them.
Okay.
So,
Well, I guess not now.
can't fuck him if you can't take a joke. So, but all right.
Well, I'm glad to see you guys have buried the hatchet, so to speak.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Levy. So
Up until this moment.
I'm just not I'm not telling them to fuck off and suck a dick or eat it, fucking pile of shit or anything like that anymore. So that's good, right? That's progress,
Jesus.
right? That's progress.
I guess.
You gotta get back to hating on John Bailey, Jed.
Oh yeah, fuck you, John Bailey, motherfucker. I haven't heard anything from John Bailey lately, which is great because the whole War for Cybertron? Yeah, the fucking
Yeah.
Netflix thing came out and his name was nowhere to be found. So, haha.
At least there's one.
Haha.
You know, we sent more than a single email checking in to see if there was any spots.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hey, did you guys get my audition tape?
Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, John, we got it. Yeah,
who's
it's there.
who's this guy? Is he like a temporary spot until I can make my way to the studio?
Yeah, he's just a
No,
placeholder.
John. No, John. You didn't get hired, John. Go back to your what was that Subaru commercial? Nissan, whatever. Right?
Mm.
I forget what car company it was.
Jed coming out of the gate swinging.
Yeah. Fuck you,
Jeez.
Kevin Bacon.
Wow.
Fucking 87-year-old Australian Olympic equestrian, whatever how you pronounce that.
Equestrian.
Equestrian thing. Yeah. So fuck him too.
Like the horse.
Not the guy that's alive, the guy that died. I don't care. But hey, so we have someone else.
Yeah, on my right side, on my virtual right side, ladies and gentlemen, special guest, Josh Lawrence.
Hello, everybody.
Josh, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man. Just waiting for the knockoff coronavirus to kick in, so I'll be getting the PBR virus.
Good night, honey. I love you. Good night. Mwah, mwah, mwah. What? What? Go the fuck to bed. Good night. Turn the light off. The fuck you doing? Turn the light off. Turn the light off. Thank you.
Remind our crowd that I'm the one on the show that's divorced.
That's right. Well, she said something dumb. She said, "Can the guinea pigs guest star?" I mean, wouldn't you also just automatically respond in the same exact way that I did?
Jed's, we got to get moving. Jed's in an awesome mood tonight. This is great.
Okay. So, Josh, what the fuck you doing here?
Levy invited me.
Why?
Oh.
Levy, why'd you invite him?
Because I figured we're on Discord tonight, because considering my illness, I didn't want to come all the way out to Mike's and risk passing anything on to you guys. So
I thought maybe it was you felt bad for him because you've been abusing him lately a lot. So.
And how have I been abusing him?
Oh, let's see. All
Calling him
the
names.
racist comments.
Racist.
Not inviting him in any reindeer games.
God, I feel like Rudolph, and I'm Jewish. Come on now.
I take exception to the racism allegations.
Listen here, white guy.
It's anti-Semitism. Get it right.
Sorry. Should I just get started now for my second shower? I mean, what are we doing here?
Wow.
Wow.
I'm glad you were able to make it tonight.
Okay there, Anne Frank. Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I know
Wow.
Deluxe was probably busy. Bobby Skullface
Deluxe?
was probably... Yeah, Bobby Skullface was probably doing a review or something.
Bobby
You guys
Skullface.
tried to get Optibotimus, but he's in California, probably working on his alimony checks.
Yeah.
Josh, you were the first choice, man. You were the first
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, you were always number one.
Aw.
Yeah.
If I could hug you, I wouldn't, because I don't want to get the virus, so I'll just give you an elbow pound. How about that?
I didn't even know you were going to be on the show, so
Surprise!
big surprise for me. Yay.
What? I sent the
All right.
message.
Let's go around. Let's keep this fucking show moving, Mike. Start driving.
Great hosting job.
Well,
Drive
anybody
this-
would-
Drive this mess.
I'm Mike Kincaid. How's everybody doing?
How you doing?
I have.
Mike Kincaid.
If
Sweeps is back.
if everybody will indulge me and put on their tinfoil hats for a second, I have a theory
Uh-oh. Theory about what?
about the coronavirus.
Oh.
Is it a theory of a conspiracy?
It is a theory of a conspiracy.
Well, I thought the mention of tinfoil hats was evident enough.
Yeah.
Well, see, things really started to get intensely crazy right around the time that we announced that we were going to become a Beast Wars podcast.
Oh, no, yeah. That's right.
And I think when this is all said and done, the roots of the coronavirus will be found not in China, but in Canada. And I'm just going to leave that at that, and everybody can take that as they will. But that's
Well,
that's where I'm heading.
they did say it was a foreign virus. So
It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. Holy shit.
it's migrated from the north to the south.
Levy,
Yeah.
what did you get in the last couple weeks? And do you have any plugs or shout outs?
Oh, man. Actually, I got a big haul from BBTS.
Ooh.
I got a bunch of the McFarlane DC figures. I got my Mezco 112, Hal Jordan, and Aquaman. The Aquaman's actually surprisingly cool. I always thought Aquaman was really lame, and I just got him to complete my Justice League. But he's actually kind of cool.
Is this like classic DC Comics?
Yeah,
Aquaman,
classic orange and green blonde Aquaman.
Or did you get this? Are you going to get a newer Aquaman
Aquabro.
for April? That way, her and you and Aquaman and she could have a weird action figure orgy.
No, she's all about the Baby Yoda. So those are all her toys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
We need to talk about that later on in the news.
yeah.
Foreshadowing.
So,
I have that written down right here. I have it written down right here. BABY Yoda.
I got a couple.
One note he took.
I got a couple Earthrise figures.
News.
Yeah. I got Wheeljack, Cliff Jumper, and Hoist.
Really?
Those all look really good, man.
They do.
Did you open Hoist yet?
I did not actually. I've been pretty slow opening some of those figures. I did open the Wheeljack though, and he's really cool.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I think that's all I got. April did get a notification today though that my Fison/TB League Anubis came in stock, so they're shipping that out.
Ooh.
Yeah, she got that. She got that for me for for Valentine's Day and anniversary. So
If we're allowed out of our houses in 2 weeks, you got to bring that with you.
okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm eagerly awaiting that to get here. But yeah, other than that, I think that's it then. So didn't really get anything else.
Any plugs or shout outs?
Shout out to Josh Lawrence. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Aw, you're so sweet.
Yeah.
That Aquaman you got, that's the. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, but you got the green pants, orange top, right?
Yeah. It's the Mezco 112 Aquaman. Yep.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
I think the eyes are blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
I'm not sure what you're trying to get up there. I mean,
Master Fish Race.
It's Aquaman, not Aquanazi.
Oh, okay.
The head sculpt on that is actually pretty neat. They have they have like a basic head sculpt where the hair is like kind of flat against the head. But they have others where the hair is kind of like wavy and up to make it like look like he's in water, which is actually really neat.
Is it based off of any like artist rendering, or is it just?
No, Mezco actually like they kind of put their own spin on their comic book based figures.
Okay.
So I mean, a lot of them have original costume designs. I mean, they kind of. I mean, they have like the usual hallmarks of the character in their costume, but like they put their own spin and flair on it. So
Okay.
Yeah. And like I said, I also got the Hal Jordan. He's pretty cool. I mean, the accessories are all the exact same ones that came with John Stewart, but the costume's different, and obviously the head sculpts are different. So yeah. So there's that.
Jed,
Oh,
Jed?
yes.
there he is.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Do you have
Yeah.
any shout outs, plugs, hauls?
Yeah. So I got a nice big haul last week, and it's very significant because I completed my Play Arts Kai Final Fantasy VII collection.
No one cares. Josh?
I care, Jed.
I picked up a very cool Red 13 from what's Richie's store again?
Jaw-dropping collection.
Jaw-dropping
Comics.
Yeah, jaw-dropping comics in the what's the mall called?
Merchant Square. Mall.
That's it, Merch Square. That's the first time I've ever been there, so I can't remember the name of it. But that was pretty awesome. So, and then I picked up a Bring Arts Cloud and Sephiroth too, which I was actually going to bring with me if we would have got together tonight, Levy, so you could check it out, because those figures are actually kind of unique, and they're actually, in my opinion, I think they're really good, and I wanted you to take a look at it and tell me how they compare to like, Figma and Storm and all that other stuff. So, but no, I really like the way they're built and the articulation that they have and they've done. Yeah. So it has this really weird thing where the joints are like, they feel loose, but they hold. Did you ever see that? Like, like you have a loose arm or something like that.
Yeah.
And you put something in, it just drops down. Yeah. It's like, it's like you can move it real easy, but it holds like really well. Really? So yeah. Cool. Yeah. And let's see I picked up another Alien at that toy show that we went to last week.
Cool.
Which was
what
quite
interesting. Was that? Is it NECA?
Yeah, it was in NECA. It was one of the what was it called? The anniversary. Is it Big Chap? Is that what it is called?
Well, yeah, the Big Chap is from Alien.
Yeah, it's the Alien. It comes with the egg and the chest burster, face hugger. I had one before, and that was the one that I broke like 5 times.
Yeah. So it has the clear dome on the head, right, with the skull inside.
No, that is the Play Arts Kai version, the solid version. It has it's like a black kind of blue color.
Oh, okay. Not
the grayish or brownish type of look.
Oh. Sorry to interrupt, but when you mentioned Storm Collectibles, that reminded me. I also got Storm Collectibles Injustice Bane.
Oh,
Yeah.
How big is that?
He's a fucking monster, dude. He's giant. He's as tall as
big?
he's as tall as Goro, but like thicker.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
That's cool.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, I went to that Second in Charles for the very first time.
yeah, you said.
And I don't know what's up with Brother Kyle. Shout out to Brother Kyle, but I love that place, man. I love it.
Oh, he doesn't like it?
I think because I told him I saw like these DC Universe Mass Effect figures that were there,
Mhm.
and that was like Saturday
Yeah.
when we were at the toy show,
Mhm.
and then he went to look for them on Tuesday, and they were gone. And
They were gone.
they were gone.
Oh, that sucks.
So, but I think it was basically like one of each of the both waves or whatever. So,
Yeah.
but I went back. I drove back there today just to make sure that he didn't miss them. So I ran around the store making, I checked every shelf.
Yeah.
I checked everything. I asked the chick behind the counter to look it up in the computer, and she said they weren't there. So
I went there like a couple years ago, and I wasn't terribly impressed with the place when I was there last. So I haven't gone back. But
I it's the first time I've ever been there, and I really like it because you walk in and like, the whole thing in the middle is like all books. Like they have used books, they have brand new books, and it's all, different sections, kind of like a Barnes and Nobles.
Mhm.
But then over on the right, they have like this corner counter, and it's just all stuff that people have like sold to them that they're reselling.
Mhm.
And it's just like everything. And they have all these action figures, and they have comic books, and they have Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and they have dice, and they have a whole section of manga, and then they have shirts and toys and all this other stuff, and then they have used stuff and bags and older stuff and newer stuff. They have tons of like video games and like retro consoles. And when I was there today, they had 4 Mezco stuff in the back.
Holy shit.
They had some play art stuff. They had graded comic books in the display case they were selling. It was just like, being a geek or a nerd. It kind of like, and the whole other side of the corner was all guitars, and they had records and CDs and music stuff. They were selling Fender amps, Pokemon cards. It was like, as a geek, it was like you hit like every single genre when you walk in there. So
it was like a geek mecca.
yeah, I said when I was there last week with Sean, I said, this place is magical. You just look around. And you can like find whatever you're really looking. I saw that.
That was the D&D stuff.
I saw the Transformers, the Transformer manga that Mike got. It was like, what is it, $25? I was like, I'll pass on that. I'll wait till it drops down to like 10 or something. But no, they got like movies and everything. They have all the collections. They just had like older like Marvel Legends in boxes. They were selling for like $15.
Do you remember what Mezcos they had?
There was a Joker. There was a what's the black and yellow X? Is that Wolverine or is that Cyclops?
Could be either one.
It's like a yellow box with I think like a black X in the middle or a brown X.
Yeah, it could be either one. They both I think they both have the same same box design, just with like different name on it.
They had that one. They had the Joker, and they had I want to say something that was DC maybe, but I don't remember what it was.
That one with the X on it. Do you remember what the price on it was?
I didn't ask him. I had to ask him what the Play Arts Kai stuff was. They had a Play Arts Kai Tifa from Advent Children, or no, it was a Play Arts, not a Play Arts Kai, and they were asking $60 for it. So I was like, that's a little high.
Yeah.
But some of the other stuff was like really cheap. Like the Legends were like $10-15, and they were unopened boxes. So
cool.
Yeah, like old Ataris, T-shirts. I didn't see any Mike Kincaid originals there though.
That's a bummer.
Might have to check into that.
Maybe you might see if they will sell your shirts or something.
I never even knew that place existed, to be honest with you.
Me neither. So, and Sean of all people took me to it. And I'm like, why hasn't any of my friends that are into all this crap not said anything at all about this place?
That's why, because none of us knew about it either.
Oh, I knew about it.
See?
I used to have one out by me, but it closed down for some weird reason. I don't know why, but
I'll preach that place up to the sky. I mean, they had everything that you could possibly want to look for. Now, you may not exactly find what you're looking for, but I mean, there's just like tons of like older stuff that, like older like Episode 1 Star Wars stuff was there. There's a lot of DC Universe stuff, NECA. Yeah, man. You think of it, you probably will have it, but no, unless it's like really crazy like Japanese stuff. So
They either have it or they can get it.
they had a Spike Spiegel Figma that was in the display case.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was like a little bit of this,
Wait,
a little bit of that.
Figma or SH Figuarts?
SH Figuarts.
Oh, okay.
Or wait, what's the ones that came out? That just came out.
The
That's
one that just came out was Figuarts.
Figuarts, yes, that's your Figuarts. That's what it was. So yeah, and I picked up a whole bunch of books there last week. A lot of books that I was missing from like my collection for Raymond E. Feast. I ordered a couple of things last night, but I didn't get them, of course. So I can't really talk about them.
Oh, you can talk about them.
Can I? Okay. There was a used Tifa and man, I can't remember that guy's name from Appleseed. I always mispronounce it wrong. Is it Brios, whatever? Fuck, the humanoid like robot dude with the pointy ears and shit. Kind of looks like Shockwave. Brios, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, they made a Player's Kai figure. I found one of those on AmiAmi, and I found an Australian site on eBay that has the original Cloud Tifa and Sephiroth from Play Arts unopened boxes.
Nice.
Yeah. Those are the only three that are missing yet, and then I've only need red for that line, and then I'm done with all those. So I'm real close to those being done with my collection. Pretty happy with that. And I picked up another Foot Soldier.
Never have too many of those.
I got 5 of those now, so need one for Casey Jones. Nice. Yeah, and that's it. How about you, Josh?
Well, before we continue, I'd just like to say it was kind of nice to be, the one that didn't have an hour-long haul this time.
Yeah. No. I'm very excited. So I really like Richie's story because he had like 20% off those action figures. So that was a pretty good deal.
Yeah. I was pretty impressed with his spot, man. Because the first time I went up there, maybe I don't know, it was a couple weeks, 3-4 weeks ago, whatever, was actually my first time seeing it. And yeah, I was pretty impressed.
I really liked it because it was like there was just like giant glass displays of like 40 unique Marvel engines in a case. Giant glass display full of like Play Arts Kai and all that stuff. And he did have Mike Kincaid t-shirts. So that's definitely a step up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, get him back in like a couple months, and he sold 2 shirts. I'll be over for my $8.
I was wondering where all the Chuck Norris shirts went.
Yeah. I got another Chuck Norris in the works as we speak. Not a Chuck Norris, but if Chuck Norris is the center fielder, my new one's going to be the right fielder.
So, Josh, did you get anything?
Huh? What? You're done?
Do you have any hauls or?
Oh,
Josh, you are 2 clicks away from leaving this podcast. Just remember that. Kick ban.
Josh is like, yeah, I'll come on and piss everybody off.
that's what I do. Just come in and stir the pot. Ugh.
Kick ban.
Let's see. I went to comic book convention 2 weeks ago. I got. Oh wait, really quickly. Let me plug my YouTube channel. SLB Vlog. Before I go into anything, you can see a nice video of my C2E2 haul. But if you don't want to do that, I'll just tell you right now. I picked up some Dan Kahana prints. I got Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp prints. Really nice. They got the cool G1 packaging background, the grid, with the purple and everything. Looks really good. Also picked up this artist named Kirk Manley. He had some exclusive prints for C2E2. The Boys, the Amazon Prime show, which is really nice. Mandalorian with Baby Yoda, because Baby Yoda's awesome.
Jesus, you're 1 click away.
And he also had a Punisher print, so I got that too. The Netflix Punisher, which is really cool. Picked up a wrestling figure, Ricochet, wearing his Stomping Grounds 2019 attire, which is really nice. I picked up some camera equipment. I got a new camera back in December, so I picked up a new microphone, Rode Video Micro. Picked that up today. Guy asked if I wanted it in the bag. I said, yeah, give me the bag. I can use it as toilet paper. Let's see, what else did I get? That's pretty much all I got. I mean, been a slow few weeks for me.
So you mentioned you got Dan Kahana prints?
Yeah.
Did you hang those up yet?
No.
Dude, I was over here like, I wish we would have video because you should have seen my fucking face, man.
Just out of curiosity, do you have any Mike Kincaid prints up?
He does.
No.
He does.
No.
He didn't put them up though. You know?
Oh,
No,
Yeah, you
none of my
do.
prints are up. They're all in a portfolio.
Oh, okay. Up. I thought I was gonna say because I know you have a couple of them.
I have one print from you, and
Yeah.
I have
I
not.
have a
I have yet to
couple.
cut it. I have yet to cut it down because it won't fit in a frame.
They put
Yeah,
a
you're
what?
supposed-
You're trying to get
you're
it down to
supposed to get a bigger-
17.
Dude, buy a bigger frame, get a mat.
Eh, too much work.
Oh God.
it's more. Yeah, that's more work than cutting it down.
He said
it's
too
not.
much work. He hasn't cut it down yet. He bought that shit off me in like 2016.
See, I'm not the only one.
Jesus Christ.
Mike, I just want you to know that all of your art is proudly hung on my walls.
You ass kisser.
Oh, I know.
You
I saw
ass
it.
kisser.
I actually have like a whole little section of Mike Kincaid. Right there.
man, like all my pictures are hung up.
Damn, Skippy.
Look at me while I jerk off here.
Wow. Wow. Man.
The Mike Kincaid shrine is on.
It's not really shrine. It's like 4 pictures.
That's why he's the #1 guy, Mike.
Oh, it's a fucking shrine. He's got candles and streamers and everything.
The Mike Kincaid hair doll just sitting there.
Yeah.
It's now cut into a little mohawk.
I can't.
He matches whatever haircut I have.
That's it. I gave you Hawkeye's bow.
No pants
Yeah.
version.
Nah. That's Josh's version. Anyway, Josh, what are you doing with your hauls and shoutouts?
Yeah, keep mine short. Thanks for asking, Jed. Mike, did you get anything this week?
Perfect.
I got nothing except for the book. I got it's a haul and a shout out at the same time. But shout out to Viz Media for sending me. They sent me the first volume of the Transformers manga. So they hit me up at the Reflector page on Instagram, and they said that they liked my page, and it sounded a little more personalized than just some horseshit like forward copy and paste type of message or whatever. So I went, and they said they wanted to send me the manga in exchange for me just taking a picture, like a promotional type of picture, and posting it on the Reflector page. And I was like, well, I went and I checked their page out, and they have like 230 some thousand followers, and they had a little check mark like it was like a legit page, because I'm like, I'm not really giving my address to some asshole, you know. So but it ended up being a legit page, and I just got that in a couple days ago, and I haven't gotten a real chance to look at it. I paged through it a little bit, but I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool.
This has been a paid promotion by Viz Media.
Yeah, man. Dude, listen, if anybody wants to send me free stuff, I'll plug whatever you want.
Oh man,
But it's pretty.
I'll second that.
I feel dirty. This podcast is whoring itself out.
Levy, do you notice how cheaply he was bought? $25
Oh,
a
dude,
book.
you know what?
God,
I'm finding
manga
out that
promotion.
I need a
It's
shower.
not even, yeah, but at least like I got something that I really wanted. Like it's not like playing in a band and having to play like Leonard Skinner.
What do they call those people in the band, Levy? What do they call those people that are bands? What do they call
Sellouts.
Sellouts. That's what they call them.
They call them Nickelbacks.
Wait. I love this. Like I love.
They
this
call them
attack.
Chad Kroger's.
I love this attack. Like this is like, oh look, you got a Transformer book. You person that would never do something like that. Like read a Transformer book, and it was like a $25 book, and you had to pay nothing for it. And all you did was take a couple pictures, a couple photographs.
We see how much it costs to
You're
buy
a
you.
phony, a big fat phony.
Yeah. You're not a real fan. Real fans wouldn't take that.
So yeah, shout out to Viz Media.
By the way, Viz Media, we have 6,800 followers on Instagram. So if you want to send volume 2 or volume 1 to us, just message at Blackout and Shout on Instagram.
No. You can send it to me and I'll forward it to you guys. Send it to me and I'll forward it.
Josh got like 10 people. Don't listen to him.
Sitting to Mike's left, Chad Kroger.
I want a free manga. Whatever.
Move on to the news, if there is any.
Do you have any news?
I'm working on it. So did you hear?
We just did like a 2-hour intro, and you still looking the news up.
Did you hear?
There's a global
Max
pandemic
von-
going on.
Max von Sydow, who's 90, was a
Yes.
Swedish-born French actor. Seven Seal, Exorcist, Flash Gordon,
Oh yeah.
That was
Bond.
sad.
all types of stuff. He died, and he was 90 years old.
Yes.
Kind of sucks.
That's a good
Doesn't say
run.
what he died from. Yeah, he was in the Star Wars recently, and
Yeah.
what was the other?
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. What was
He
the
in
other?
Game of Thrones, wasn't he?
Yeah, Game of
Yes.
Thrones. I was trying to think like
He
what
was-
was his like more up to
Three-Eyed
date
Raven.
stuff that he did.
Yeah, he was a
Um,
three-eyed raven in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He was in that Robin Williams What Dreams May Come.
Mhm.
It's a great movie, Josh. You should watch it sometime.
Yeah, it's all right.
Let's see. Go ahead, Led.
He played Ernst Stavro Blofeld in Never Say Never Again.
Did he?
Yes, which
Forgot
was
about that.
a remake, I think, of Thunderbolt.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, Alan Bellman, who was 95 years old. Josh, you know who that was?
Name is ringing a bell. It's on the tip of my
Yeah.
tongue.
American comic book artist. He did Captain America way back when in the 40s.
After Ditko? Oh, before Ditko.
Yeah, I can probably pull up exactly what issues he did, but that was another person that I noticed that died. This is an unusual one. Cece was 18. Is the American tabby cat was the first cloned pet.
Died at 18?
Yep, died of kidney failure.
Wow. Wait a minute. A clone died from kidney failure. They couldn't clone another fucking kidney to give him?
I don't know, 18. That's a pretty good run, don't you think?
Well, yeah, but
No.
Yeah.
What
he
do
had a
you
long life.
do? Do you want him
Clone
to just lay there in pain the rest of his life, or
Give him a new kidney.
okay?
Whatever.
I think the real question here is when the fuck are we getting some dinosaurs?
Exactly. That's all we want to know.
Have you watched any of those 5 movies yet?
That shows precisely why we should not.
That's fiction, though. Who knows? That's not real. That couldn't
That's
really
not how it
happen.
would go down, Jed.
Exactly.
How would it go
Go
down?
down.
Tell me how it would go down. Besides the animals eating the guests.
It would go down.
And the ahs and the running and the screaming.
It would go down with me riding a triceratops with a sword while I'm wearing like a loincloth.
It would be real life Dino Riders, is what it would be.
Fresh off the
Fuck yes. Real life Dino Riders. That's what I want. Fucking missile launchers and laser cannons. Oh, yes.
I want dinosaurs more than dino riders.
This was
Dino
badass.
saucers.
Yeah. Dinosaurs.
One of the better theme songs. Yeah, man. Everybody knows that fucking theme song, man. That was a great show. At least I think it was. Probably wasn't.
The dinosaurs are here. It was just a bunch of
Didn't they have
knucklehead freaking dinosaurs.
Bonehead, the Pachycephalosaurus,
Yeah.
sounded just like Saul Rosenberg, if I remember correctly.
He did. And then what was the good guy's leader? Is it
Allo.
Allo, that's it.
Yep.
For Allosaurus. So Levy.
And Bronto Thunder and his girlfriend, Pattysaurus.
I don't know who
What's
this
next,
is,
Jed?
Levy. I don't know who this is, Levy, but can you tell me who this is? So James Otis was 71. He was an American actor. He was in Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Who?
His name was James Patrick Otis. He played Solbor, Solbor. Solbor.
I don't know. I didn't really watch every
How do you spell his last name?
episode of
Otis.
Deep Space Nine.
OTIS. Like the elevator. Otis.
James Patrick Otis.
Yeah.
He does not look.
There's
familiar.
literally nothing coming up for anybody named James Patrick Otis except for this rednecky looking dude.
No, I have him.
Do
He
you?
was in The Prestige. He was one of the blind stagehands. He was in the Black
James
Delilah.
Patrick Otis.
He was in the X
He was in
Files.
Supernatural.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think he was probably one of those the second string actors that are in everything. That's I think I remember who he is. So anyway, I saw Star Trek.
How is my Google not coming up with a goddamn single thing on a James Patrick Otis?
Yeah, he was 71 years old and he was an American actor. Let's move on. So David Weiss was 65. He He was an American television writer.
Yes.
You know, he
Oh,
wrote
yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Defenders of the Earth, Defenders,
Masters of magic spells and illusion. Mandrake.
Man, that took me back. I forgot about that show, man.
Yeah, that was a kick-ass song too in the beginning.
Yeah, it was.
Defenders
You know
of
what?
the Earth.
The 80s cartoons had all the best theme songs, man. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
What?
I remember you guys talking about this the one time, and you said that Jason and the Wheel
Oh,
Warriors
Jason the
was, like,
Wheel Warriors
best.
is a fucking hair metal extravaganza.
I disagree. I think I'm more partial to Mask over that song.
Mask is a good one. Yeah, Mask is a good one. You gotta find the extended version. The extended version of the
Sorry, that was the opening of Mask.
You gotta find the extended version of the Jason and Wheel Warriors because it got this fucking crazy ass guitar solo in it and shit.
You know who had a good guitar solo? Fucking Thunder or Silverhawks.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Fucking bluegrass. Fucking throwing it down, man.
That wasn't bluegrass, man. That was that was a shredder, man. Bluegrass was on.
No, bluegrass was the character playing.
Yeah, I know, but he was a country honky though.
Oh.
I don't think that was him. I think he was like playing it on the radio on that starship. What was this ship called again that he flew around?
Well, I don't know.
I think he was just playing along with it. He had a little fucking amp plugged in and was just practicing pretty much.
What was the show where they were like space cowboys or something? They have robot horses and stuff.
Marshall Bravestar.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, there was Bravestar, and then there was another one.
Something of Moon Mesa.
No, that's the Cowboys of Moo Mesa. That's anthropomorphic cows. That was so lame.
That was like
Wasn't lame enough for you to remember it.
what was the ripoff of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Street Frogs.
Street Sharks.
Samurai Pizza Cats.
No.
Or Battletoads. Battletoads.
I think the answer is all of those are correct, but not the one I'm thinking of. It was like radioactive something hamsters.
Oh, Biker Mice from Mars.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Biker Mice from Mars. Yeah.
That's also
That was
correct.
fun.
4 characters have not been in my kitchen. Let's see. I just scrolling here real quick. I don't see anybody. I'll tell you what I do see though. Like in the past,
Galaxy Rangers. That was the one I was thinking of.
that's it.
Yeah,
I see,
Galaxy Rangers and Marshall Bravestar were the two space cowboy freaking cartoons.
Which was the one with the robot horses?
Well, there was the robot. No, the robot horses was Galaxy Rangers, but Marshall Bravestar had a horse named 3030 that could change from a horse into an anthropomorphic horse with a blunderbuss.
Oh yeah, that was right.
Which doesn't make sense. You'd think he'd have a 3030 rifle, but no.
That's his vision. 3030. Why has a porn not made of that?
Oh, it has. Have you not heard of Rule 30? Have you not heard of Rule 34? If it exists, porn of it exists. It's out there. You just have to find it. So if you want to find Marshall Bravestar porn, it exists. It's out there.
So that's all the people that have died. But one thing that's really, really interesting, and just for all you people out there that think that the coronavirus ain't shit, a majority of people that have been dying that in March have been from the coronavirus in my list here that I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll give you some examples here. Nazir Shabani is Iranian brigadier general. Died of COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
You got, let's see, Giovanni Battista Rubino is Italian politician. All of these people are like 80 and 90 so far. Yeah. COVID-19. Let's see.
Somebody I work with called it the Boomer Doomer.
Marsilio Peralta. He was 59. He was an Argentine saxophonist.
Mm-hmm.
Roberto Stella, 67, was an Italian physician. A lot of Italian racing cyclist, 94. South Korean politician activist Lee Cha-soo. He was 62. 67. Yeah, so, not just the really super. Here's one. Fetma Rabar, he was 56. He was an Iranian politician. So,
speaking of Iranians, did you see the Iranian health minister while he was trying to Speaking
Levy.
what
Levy, this was in your weird news last week, man,
That was in your weird news last week.
was it?
or 2 weeks
Mhm.
ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot.
I wanted to stop you before you got too.
It's
Well,
all right.
I did
Alzheimer's
find out that that same day after he was speaking to the public like that, he actually went onto a TV show and was coughing on set during the while they were airing. It was while they were on the air, which was also kind of funny.
Did you guys watch the video that Tyler shared yesterday about the guy that was on the cruise ship who had the virus and he's better now? It was on NBC's
No.
website. You should have,
I
because
heard something about that.
it was really funny because he was talking about, he's laying there in bed. He's like, I had it. I was quarantined. I felt better. I got this fever real quick and I had it for like 8 hours and it went away and I felt like complete utter crap afterward. But the whole time he was wearing a Eagles hat.
Yeah, I did watch that.
I was like, go Birds. Yeah,
Go Birds.
Birds.
Go Birds. Philly recovery. So
Yep.
can't keep us down.
Nah, coronavirus would get to Philly and go, let's get the fuck out of here. Somebody already did this, bitch.
So that's all the deaths, But yeah, speaking about the virus, there's a lot of stuff's been going on lately about that. Well, who's taking apart their desk?
No, I dropped a Hulk hand.
Oh, okay. Why?
Oh, because I have Hulk's hands on my desk.
Hulk has leprosy.
I thought you meant like those ones that you put on your own fist and you like punch stuff and it makes noises.
No, it's my Marvel Legends extra open hands.
Levy smash. April. Hasbro said not leave mark. So the whole virus thing going on, schools are shutting down. TFCon was canceled. That's
Yeah.
news. So
That sucks.
good thing
Things
about that.
escalated real quickly. Like I remember, I was at practice on Wednesday, and I remember going to practice and then getting out of practice, and like the NBA had canceled the entire season because a player, what's his face, Rudy Gobert from the Warriors, I think.
Jazz.
Was it the Jazz? Utah Jazz, you're right. Had it, and so then they immediately canceled the season, and then it was like after that, it seemed like a domino effect, man. One thing shutting down after another. Cons getting canceled, NJCC got canceled.
Mm-hmm. What was ironic about the player was like 2 days previously he was joking around in the press conference room, touching all the mics and stuff, and doing all that stuff, and then 2 days later he tests positive.
He gave it to one of his teammates too.
Apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would venture to say he probably gave it to more than just one.
Well, yeah, but I mean, so far.
Yeah.
And Charles Barkley he's self-quarantined. He's waiting on results. I guess he might have it.
He's up there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So like writing all this news, I mean, there's Tom Hanks and his wife.
Yes.
They had it. So let's go down the list of things that I can think of. So TFCon was canceled. People and artists and everything were issued refunds, which was cool of them.
Mhm.
They probably could have shafted everyone, but they didn't. Disneyland closed.
Disneyland and Disney World.
Oh, and Disney World too?
Yep.
Yeah, my dad was supposed to go next weekend to Disney World, and they canceled.
So both those things. A lot of governors of states have been asking people to shut down, gatherings and stuff.
Mhm.
All the schools and stuff like that have closed.
Yeah,
You know,
Universal
that's-
Studios Florida also shut down.
Right.
I mean, if the most magical place in the world is shutting down due to this virus, we're all fucked. I'm sorry.
Let's see. NBA or NHL.
NHL. Man, and the Flyers were fucking eating everybody's lunch too, man. Too bad.
XFL.
NFL.
See, yeah, and even nobody cared about the XFL.
I
Yeah.
think the W World WrestleMania, right? That's supposed to be in Florida, right?
That's
yeah,
in a
but
couple weeks.
that hasn't been canceled yet, as far as I know.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But they were supposed to have SmackDown tonight.
Uh-huh.
I was actually watching a little bit before we started recording. They were supposed to have SmackDown tonight. They're doing it at the Performance Center in Florida with like no audience. They're still having
Weird.
matches. Yeah. I mean, this is the company that's the pay-per-view went on after Owen Hart died
Yeah.
in the ring.
Yeah.
That's true.
After 9/11, they were the first public grouping. Like 9/11 happened on a Tuesday. On that Thursday, they filmed.
A lot of late night TV shows and like, live audience shows have been removing the live audience.
Yep.
I wonder if they're putting laugh tracks in or not. Yeah, weird. A lot of movies been pushed back, like
Fast and Furious 9.
New Mutants again. That's never.
Yeah, man.
That movie can't catch a break.
We were so close.
Seriously.
Literally, we were so close. I mean, it was supposed to open up April 4th, right?
I thought it was this month. I thought it was near
Was
the
it
end of the
this
month.
Yeah.
Or-
It's either this weekend or next weekend I was supposed to.
Interesting tidbit about that movie that I found out is that Lockheed is going to be in that movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, that is cool,
Yeah.
man.
He's supposed to be hanging out with like fucking Colossus' sister Ileana. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ileana. I
Yeah,
wonder
Magic.
how they're gonna. I wonder how they're gonna approach him, like doing them. You know what I mean? Like that should be interesting.
Have they confirmed that New Mutants is tying into the MCU?
No.
No.
They did. I forget who directed it. It was Josh Boone, I think, maybe directed it.
Yeah.
He has said that if they wouldn't have been picked up by Disney, that they would did all the reshoots because they would have tied in more like Fox villains and stuff that like it's Mr. Sinister thing and everything else. But since Disney picked it up, they totally canceled all the reshoots, and he literally waited like months and months and months and months and months before he thought it was just done. And they said, "You want to finish the movie?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." So that's what we're getting it now.
Yeah. Mulan was pushed back.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi production has been put on hold because
Walking Dead?
the director of Shang-Chi is self-quarantined.
Fast and Furious,
Fear the Walking Dead production has been postponed.
Yeah.
Batwoman, Supergirl, Stranger Things, those are all been suspended. There's a whole bunch of them, TV productions and stuff. Yeah, so I think it's probably two reasons. One, because they want to have like all people together to spread the virus if anybody has it, and two, that nobody's going to go see this stuff. So why put something out and have really low numbers?
Yeah.
Black
Right.
Widow. Oh, that's another one. Black Widow was pushed back. Was it The Quiet Place?
Quiet Place 2, yeah. Yep.
That was pushed back too. Yep. So yeah, lots of stuff getting delayed and stuff. So
So are we
Everybody
getting into what we think about this whole thing, or not really?
if you want to, I got numbers in my brain that I could rattle off.
So this isn't really like, I read up a little bit on it and watched this report on it and that report on it and did a little bit of research, and I have a drummer that is married to a doctor. Tony's wife's a doctor. My ex-wife's a nurse, so of course I asked them a few questions, but it feels like everybody's either on one side of the extreme or the other. Like you got people in Group A that are like, this is the fucking zombie apocalypse, like it's all going down right now. And then you got Group B, which is like, it's just a cold and it's nothing.
Mhm.
But I think the true whatever this is in the middle somewhere, which really isn't saying a whole lot. But that's what I'm feeling like. Like I feel like we should take it very seriously and be cognizant of it and do our own parts to keep our asses safe through the whole thing and not endanger
And
other
clean.
people by doing whatever, whatever it is that spreads it, by not fucking washing your hands and just being dirty fucking slobs. Like, but yeah, I don't know, man.
Like, this is all hygiene people have been doing since they were a kid. I mean, now people are just starting to wash their hands. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
As Levy coughs, or somebody coughs into the microphone.
That was me.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
Unclean!
So think of it this way, right? So a lot of the whole thing with the virus is that it's been killing a lot of older people or people with prior health conditions because they just can't deal with it. There's no real built up immunities for it, like the influenza that we normally have every year.
Mhm.
So, and it's been spreading quickly. And the biggest problem about it, which is the most scariest, is the mortality rate, right? So the problem that people don't think about is that, I think, and then when they hear those numbers, they don't get it. So I think there's a certain line that people have that's this is really hard to say, but it's like what they give a shit about or not, right? So my analogy is like this, right? So you guys rode in the back of a pickup truck already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, well, you're still around, right? You didn't die, right?
Right.
Right.
But there's been a couple kids that, they hit a pothole, they fly out of the truck, they smash their head on the road and they're dead, right? This has
Right,
happened.
right.
It's true. Right. So that's why a lot of times you're not really supposed to be driving with people in the back of the truck anymore. That's why there's seatbelts and shit. But there was enough of deaths that they actually made a law or, said that you should not do this anymore because it is unsafe. So if you take 1,000 kids and one of them out of 1,000 dies because they were riding in the back of the pickup truck, there's a lot of people that really don't give a shit. There's a lot of people that really do give a shit because that was their kid or they knew someone that happened to them, right?
Mhm.
So they really care.
Or
But-
they're just decent people and
Right, exactly.
Death is a death, and that's awful.
Exactly. So now when 40 kids die in a year out of 1,000, right?
Mhm.
More people turn their heads and say, geez, this probably isn't a good idea. We should probably do something about it, right?
Mhm.
And that's exactly what's happening with this virus. The flu kills 0.01% of people, and that tallies up
Right.
to be whatever thousands of people every year, right? But this
Mhm.
virus kills between 3 and 4%. I think that's what the numbers are so far.
Between
Yeah,
2.5
that's what I saw
and
too.
3.5.
Somewhere around there, but
Yeah.
we'll say just to keep the numbers right, we'll say 4%, so to equal 40, right? So 40 out of 1,000 people die from this virus. That's much higher. So you have those
Mhm.
people who either they care that number is 40 instead of 1, and you have a lot of people who don't give a shit. So
Well, the
And I'm sure
problem
there's
with
a lot of people that are
problem with those
much-
people is
Yeah.
that they're dopes because I see a lot of this. Oh, the flu, causes all these deaths, and the coronavirus only caused this amount of deaths. Or I see people trying to be funny. Like I saw a meme going around like that. It killed at the time had killed 11 people in America, and it's like, oh well, Jeffrey Dahmer ate more people on that. Like, but it's such a stupid fucking way of thinking because I feel like those people think a pandemic starts like the zombie apocalypse starts with 1 million zombies, and it's like, no, it starts with one zombie, you asshole. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it's gonna be low. The numbers are low. It's like Jez said, you got to look at percentages. You don't look at numbers, you look at percentages.
Yeah.
right.
Now,
if you think about it, the swine flu, which was H1N1, that
Mhm.
killed over 500,000 people before it was done,
Mhm.
and that was only
Yeah.
1%, I think it was.
Yeah.
So think about
Yeah.
where 3,
Well-
4, or whatever percent it will go to.
Now, no one listening should take this as legit information in terms of trying to figure out what you're supposed to do and
No, I'm a
accurate
doctor.
facts. But what
I am a doctor.
I'm saying that because the numbers I'm going to say here. I've been hearing experts saying that they're predicting between 70 and 150 million people in the United States alone will be infected with this. I heard that they said some people are saying that 70% of the world's population will be infected with this before it's all
I've
said.
heard that. I've heard that as well.
Now, if you take the worst case scenario, 150 million people in the United States, 3.5%, if the 3.5% mortality rate of this disease is accurate, 3.5% of that is 5,245,000 people.
Mhm.
That's a lot, and that's
Yeah,
only
goddamn right.
3.5%. Just to put things into perspective, because people they hear 2%, 3%. Oh, that's nothing. That's 2-3%. Tell me, or come back to me when it's 20%. It's like, no, you don't understand that. It's like that 2.5%, 3.5%. Those are people. And when you get into numbers that high of just infected people, 150 million people, now that 2.5%, 3.5%, that piles up, and quite literally the bodies will be piling up, because in 1918 with the Spanish flu that lasted 3 years, killed by some estimates 50 million people. They were making mass graves to bury everybody.
Yeah.
There was the morgues and the funeral homes and all the resources that we use to take care of our dead were overwhelmed by the number of people dead by this Spanish flu, which, by the way, was an H1N1 influenza A virus.
So you have all these dumbasses that say that it's a political thing and that the media is
God.
like, blowing it out of proportion. But it's a good thing because it's preventative medicine. It's, what they've been calling it is social distancing,
Mhm.
so that you don't spread it, so you don't.
Yeah.
to everybody else, and so that these numbers don't get up as high as they hopefully won't. And the other thing too is that a lot of people are banking on that when the weather gets warmer, the UV light comes out, the sun could cook it and kill it, or that we generate enough mucus and stuff from the seasons changing that'll help fight it off. But that's not a guarantee because it's so new, they don't know for sure. So hopefully it will. But and I don't care about all the people that are like, well, see, the summer, got rid of it. Who says that's not going to come back next year? So, but it could get worse too. There's viruses that thrive in hot, humid weather, and it could get worse. Nobody knows for sure yet. There's too many conflicting tests over it. So
there's a little too much. It can't happen to me going on out there.
Yeah,
there's a little too much of that for my liking. And to be totally honest with you, I mean, listen, man. When shit like this happens, you have to laugh about some things because it takes the edge off of really being like really thinking too much negative shit. But man, the amount of joking around about it makes me a little bit uncomfortable because it's like, dude, what if it does? What if this is some fucking major thing, dude? Everybody's out there throwing memes up, and
I've been guilty of that. But that's that's kind of how I deal with stuff.
Right.
I just use humor to deal with it.
Just like Spider-Man. When Spider-Man's fighting a bad guy, he always said that he cracks jokes because he's scared for his life. So that's humor is the way to deal with his fear. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing. They really are scared. They just don't want to admit it. So they're trying to find a way through it.
But going back to what you were saying, Mike, about this whole "it's not going to happen to me" attitude. Yeah. When you get into the numbers of infected, like I had said, like if you get up to 150 million, with 5 million dead, with that many, there's a very good chance we're all going to have somebody that we either know or care about that's going to either A, be affected, or B, die from this.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be mostly nursing homes, people who are older, people who don't have a high resistance, that type of stuff.
I have my mom, her husband, my dad, his wife, April's parents. They're all, in their 50s and 60s. My mom's husband is almost 80. I called Dennis today and I told him, it's like, if you need anything, call me, call April. We can get whatever you need,
Yeah, like don't fuck around. Like
do what you need to do to distance yourself from people, So and he said he really appreciated that, but he said that it would be fine. But I told him, it's like, if you guys need anything, you call me. So
well, here's my take on it, and it's a little bit humorous, a little bit dark, but you have this airborne virus that's spread through coughing, contact, and yet you have all these dumbasses rushing to the supermarkets to pick up toilet paper in mass riot-sized groups. It's like, first off, what the fuck is toilet paper going to do to save your ass from this?
Do you know what's even worse is that they're moving on to like baby wipes now. So now mothers can't actually buy baby wipes for their kids.
Yeah.
It's not just that. It's just not just one person. It's all these people that are hoarding all these toilet paper rolls, hand sanitizers, baby wipes. It's like, it's not just you. Think of other people that need this stuff.
There's a lot of people. They're out. A lot of people are on edge. Like my wife was saying earlier, we were laughing and joking because she was, reiterating her story. But yeah, it was like she accidentally kind of backed up a little bit when she was coming out of a spot, and the guy was going past, and he flipped out. Like he
people are wound up tighter than a snare drum, man.
It was screaming at her, and I think people it's just one of those ticking time bombs where everybody's on edge. I mean, Levy, you were saying about how you're at the supermarket.
I was just going to say, I was at the supermarket yesterday. First off, the place was insane. It was just wall to wall people.
Did you have your mask on, by the way, at this point?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I was like when I would cough into my hoodie. I had my hoodie on and everything, but first of all, every lane was open, and it was every lane was packed. Every checkout lane was packed. The self checkout, the line stretched all the way back to the bakery. Let me tell you, just going to that store yesterday was a real eye-opening experience. Just how crazy things are and how crazy things are going to get. And I'm waiting in line, and I coughed into my shirt, and I looked around, and you should have seen the nervous, dirty looks I got from everyone around me.
Yeah.
You know what? I was at Wendy's today with my wife, and there was an older guy coughing at one of the tables, and I was like, made me think about it too.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
And what's really funny, when I went to the store last night, April went to her union meeting, so dinner was was on me for last night.
I hope you beat her for not having that dinner ready for you.
Yeah, no. So I decided I was going to splurge.
Yeah.
I got myself a steak.
Yeah.
Because it may be the last one I'm going to have for a while. So I got a steak, and when I make steak, I like to have those canned
Boil
sliced
eggs?
new potatoes.
Sorry.
Remember those, Mike?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, I would like to get these sliced new potatoes, the canned potatoes. And April just gives me so much shit whenever I get them because she says, A, they're disgusting, and B, you should just use regular potatoes. I'm like, no, I like these canned potatoes. They're really great. When you throw them in a pan, you fry them up with some butter and some salt and pepper and shit. They're really great. So like and she told her dad about this, and her dad gives me shit about it too. But last night when I went to the store, I went to.
Wait, you don't do them on the grill? You should do them on the grill in the.
Oh no, I do.
man.
I do them on the cast iron skillet after I cook the steak. It's great. So I went into the canned vegetable aisle. Okay, there were cans of corn and beans and the usual stuff. But when I went to look at the potatoes, all the potatoes were gone. There was 3 cans of potatoes. One of them was diced, and 2 of them were whole. No sliced potatoes left. And I was like, what the fuck? It's like, who else buys these things? I thought I was like the only one who ever eats these things from all the shit that April and her dad give me.
Oh, was that it? Was that the end?
Well, yeah, it's just the fact that all the potatoes were gone. I just thought it was funny.
Remember the YouTube? Remember the Simpsons YouTube episode? Potato Man.
Good God, man, where have you been? Out of here, Kojak.
Yeah, it's kind of a little crazy with all the people, going nuts and stocking up. And like I said before, this is one of the few times I actually am happy that my wife is a hoarder, so I don't have to worry about that stuff.
to quote Agent K from the first Men in Black movie, a person is smart, people are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's true.
What do you think this whole like everything's shutting down right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna spend 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever with very little going on, little contact. A lot of people self-quarantining and all that shit. What exactly are they hoping to do during those 3 weeks? Like, they trying to isolate who all has it and try to keep everybody quarantined, and like I don't understand exactly what it's just in my mind trying to contain a virus that's this that travels around as fast as this does.
Well,
it just boggles my mind at how you would even get a handle on something like that.
Containment's no longer the goal because they've declared it a pandemic. The goal with the pandemic now is mitigation. So they before it reaches the pandemic stage, they want to maintain containment as a goal. But once they hit that stage, containment is no longer possible. They can see that it's no longer possible, and their goal is mitigation. Try to reduce the number of people that get it, and try and push through it as quickly as possible. So
yeah, what he said.
Be safe, people. Be safe.
Yeah, be smart and be safe.
Yeah, that's basically
that's my best advice to everybody that may be listening. Just be smart and be safe. Be informed.
Yep.
Wash your hands. Sing happy birthday to yourself twice.
Yeah.
Cough into your elbow. No hugging.
And
Watch
get away from
reputable sources.
And get away from the whole it's a political thing. It's not.
Oh, that drives me fucking nuts, dude. I really wish this wasn't happening during. I mean, I really wish it wasn't happening at all. But I really wish it wasn't happening during a political election season, because you know what? I'm so fucking sick and tired of everybody's goddamn dude. I'm tired of everybody's shit. I'm tired of Republican shit. I'm tired of Democrat shit. I'm tired of everybody's shit, man.
I have a coworker who was convinced that the coronavirus is a Democratic ploy to as being used as a weapon against Trump.
Dude, it's that is. I mean, listen, Trump's a fucking moron, but that's ridiculous. Like even that.
Yeah. What was they were saying it's a foreign virus. Viruses aren't they don't have a nationality. They're just a virus.
Yeah.
There was a woman in the breezeway when I was waiting outside the doctor's office today. She was talking to someone on the phone. She was saying how she didn't want to buy toilet paper from China. She wanted the U.S. made toilet paper.
She wanted the toilet paper with the Union bug on it.
Yeah. She wanted freedom ass wipes, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Dude,
But,
I mean, are we venturing into idiocracy land right now? Is that what's happening?
We've been there, Mike. We've been
Well,
there.
I mean,
That's a straight up next level idiocy there.
Oh yeah.
in previous plagues that we've had, it always turns to like racism or things like that where they blame like a culture on it. So you always see that right after that.
How do you think the Spanish flu got its name?
Right. Yep.
No, I'm serious.
I'm not.
She then proceeded. The funny part was then about 5 minutes later, she then proceeded to say about how her son shouldn't get 12 more months in prison because it would depress him.
Oh man. Dude, I don't think now's the time for finger pointing. I think now's the time to figure out what we should be doing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's never that's the goal in any fight. Let alone a pandemic. That's the goal. Anytime there's a conversation, it's like, well, let's see how we can get by this rather than sitting here figuring out whose fault it was.
Yep. Exactly. So we'll be selling toilet paper on the Black Island Shout site, $30 a roll, $100 for a case of water.
Me and Gurman and Jefferson were down here playing Mario Kart last night. Like I have back in where I take the photos, I got that big screen, so we've been using that to play kart, and we're like completely in the dark except for the TV. And Gurman looked over at me and he's like, quarantine. He's like, we've been doing that shit for like 10 years now. and then he said he was gonna like hopefully like by the time that his girl finds out about the quarantine news that he's here already. That way he doesn't have to go home. And also in other news, I know where the coronavirus isn't. Vanessa's ass.
Wow.
So that's where all the toilet paper went.
Yeah.
Wow. So in other news, Bloodshot had a 34% Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
That's not good.
Yeah, so even if the coronavirus kept the audience away, the movie itself will as well. So that's not good. Let's see.
Does anybody put any stock in Rotten Tomatoes at all?
No.
Well, it's based on the reviewers. So how the reviewers felt
it's an
about it.
aggregate review site, so
Mhm.
I don't know, the way they curve it sometimes those kind of funny.
Yeah. I watched the third season of Castlevania this past 2
Oh,
weeks.
me
Did you guys
too.
watch it?
Yeah, I have
Twice
not
I
seen
watched
it yet.
it.
Did you watch it, Levy?
No, I have not watched it yet.
Oh, Levy.
My head on
I
somebody.
have not
for
watched
once.
a single season.
Yeah,
What?
what's wrong with you?
You know
people?
what? You're a half a click away now. You're gonna get kicked off real quick. First half of the show, man.
Levy, I'm going to quite quickly review it, and I'm not going to spoil anything for you.
Oh, okay.
So, Mike, since you saw
Yes.
it and
Yes.
the other knuckleheads on the show didn't, how did you think it was compared to like the second season and the first season? Do you think it was like the best one so far? That's my opinion.
It is probably, if a gun to my head, I think I like this season the best out of all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, the season 2, a close second, but this one was good, man. This one was good.
They had the first episode was really funny. There was a lot of funny moments in that.
Yeah.
And then
Wait,
like
the third one, the second one, or the third one?
the third season, the first
season-
episode. First episode.
The one, can I tell you one without totally spoiling it? And I'm not even sure how the exact words went, but when Trevor and what's the girl's name again?
Cypher.
When Trevor and Cypher are talking to like after they bring the creature back, and the head priest guy or whatever, like that weirdo fucking Jesus looking kind of on crack looking dude, and he's saying, he's like, at first he's like, they're talking normal and everything seems normal, and then he's like, Dracula tried to whatever, take us all to the sweet embraces of hell or whatever the fuck you said, and Trevor's like, and it was nice meeting you. like when somebody, and it was so funny because I was thinking the same thing he was, but it just reminded me of like when you meet somebody you never met before and they seem normal at first, and then they just say something so fucked up that you're just like, dude, get me the fuck away from this asshole, and it just, that
My
shit
favorite
had me
part-
fucking dying.
was when close your ears, Levy.
Okay.
In the first episode when they after they haul the thing in, right? And he's like, oh, he's selling beer over here. He's like, I'd like to have a mug of this beer, please. And he goes, oh, he's like, oh, did you bring in that creature? He's like, yeah, I did. He's like, well, here's one on the house. He goes, I love you.
They were great. He's a great character, man. Like, and whoever voices him over, like, they really
Richard Armitage.
Yeah, he nails because that's some of the nuances of voicing characters over where it's not always all just action shit. You know what I mean? Like sometimes there's little like personality things that he gave that guy a great personality, Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
Just funny.
Yeah.
Him and Vampire Jesus Alucard.
The thing that didn't like it, like the difference between season 2 and this one that it was different for me was that it didn't bore me in some parts like the second season did. Like in the second season when they were like in the library, they spent a lot of time in that library. It kind of dragged on a little bit, a lot of dialogue, stuff. But this one they actually had, sprinkles of other stuff going on. I think it would help because the other dude with the hourglass across his necklace, what's his name? He's a character in the games. Saint something Jerome? Is that it? Saint Jerome?
Yeah, I don't remember I don't remember all the games as well as you guys.
Well, he was one of the major characters in the third season. He was the guy that was looking for the thing in the Abbot. Yeah. So, and animation wise, I thought it was done really well too.
Yeah, dude, it was everything was good, dude. Like the whole, I got nothing. I don't have a single bad thing to say about it. I'm hoping there's another season.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I hope so too.
Is it safe to come back?
Yeah, you can come back now. We're all done.
Okay.
So-
I took my headset off. So.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Levy. Give me 10 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
Give me 10 seconds.
Fine.
I've been listening the whole time, and I just know what.
You'll
Listen,
forget about
Jed.
it. Josh.
Yep.
Jed, the Alucard, the ending was weird.
Yeah, but wasn't it
weird.
cool? It was great.
It was cool, but like between him and them,
Yeah.
and then
Where was she hiding those? She hid those so well.
yeah. But I'll tell you what, and then Hector with this one, Hector with the one sister, they were all sisters, right?
I think so.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. She probably would have been the one that I would have went for too, man. Because I knew she was a bad girl before all that shit. Because she came off as like the little innocent one, and it's like, man, there is no little innocent one there. They're all vampire bitches.
Yeah,
like
pale
I knew
redheads,
that
man.
one. I could
watch
tell
out for
that one
pale
had a mean
redheads.
streak in her. I could tell before anything happened that was not going to go well for Hector.
Nope. And what was the other guy? What was his name?
Isaac.
Isaac. I was actually like really rooting for him throughout the whole
Dude,
season.
Isaac's a badass. I didn't know if I liked him because I was mad at him for a while for killing Godbrand. Because I like Godbrand. I liked him as a character, but but yeah, man, you know what? That was Levy. Are you back yet? Good. That scene, the scene.
What?
No, nothing. I need another 10 seconds.
Jesus.
The scene at the near the end, or might have been in the last episode, that when he kills the boss priest up in the top of the tower, and all the crowns of thorns just started disappearing, and people were raining down in slow motion. Shit, man, that made the fucking hair on my arm stand up.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was just a majestic, horrifying scene, but
It's great.
yeah, he was a cool character, man. I'm with you. I ended up rooting for him.
There's a lot of really good things in this third season. Levy, are you back?
Sure.
Okay. We're all done, Levy.
Oh,
We're all done.
Yeah, we're all done. So I started watching True Blood
Yeah.
at the recommendation of Brother Kyle and a couple other people. And
Tell them what Sean said when he tell them all the things that Sean said when he found out you were watching this.
so I told Sean that I was watching True Blood. He goes, and the first thing he goes, and then I was like, what? I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, the best time to watch that is when you're putting on your makeup. He's like, did Suke, like, she bang the vampire master, and there are two of them fighting over him, and there's probably a werewolf werewolf in there, and some other. I'm like, yeah, it's about right.
He knows
so
an
far.
awful lot about this show for giving you shit for it.
Well, it's basically the same plot of like every other romantic vampire movie thingy. But yeah,
Even Twilight fans think True Blood is fruity.
I don't know. Actually, I'm going to say that freaking True Blood is a far better vampire representation of vampires than Twilight ever was.
Oh, dude, I like True Blood, man.
Bill didn't sparkle in the sunlight.
No, because Bill was a real vampire.
It wasn't.
I'm
out with Jed. Me and Jed were doing that in the restaurant at the Queen City Diner. We were sitting there at the bar. But listen, no, this is the best part. We forgot her name was Sukia. We were going, Snooky. Snooky. We were doing it.
Snooky. I'd like to have club sandwich, please. Snooky.
Oh, man, dude.
Snooky, I've come here to defend your honor. Snooky.
Yeah, you know what? He got on my nerves. He did get on my nerves a little bit.
Snooky. Yeah. I was
Evan
actually
Rachel-
watching. I was watching. Sorry, Levy. I was watching the one of the episodes in the second season,
Mhm.
and Suki was cleaning up, and she goes, "I'm just waiting for Bill to come in here." Go, Suki.
Yeah, yeah. That was actually was actually a later season. It was like third or fourth when he disappeared. I guess
Third. I'm in the third season right now. Actually,
Was it? Yeah.
that's when Joe Manganiello is in it. Manganella Lola, yeah, and Eva. That's Eva Longoria's husband, right?
No, not Eva Longoria. Sofia Vergara.
So that's it. Sophia, right?
Yeah.
He plays a pretty cool werewolf. So.
Yeah, no, I like Joe Manganiello.
Very
No,
into D&D. Huge D&D nerd.
He is. He has an actual dungeon, a Gary Gygax Memorial Dungeon in his house. Of course, he lives in like fucking Beverly Hills in Los Angeles or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
him and all his celebrity friends play freaking D&D all the time.
Yep.
But no, I was just saying, Evan Rachel Wood was smoking in that show.
Yeah, and whatever the actress name that plays Karen from Daredevil plays Jessica in that.
Yep.
She looked pretty good there.
Her
Whatever
name
name
is
is.
escaping me. You know who else was in that show? The girl that plays Bernadette from Big Bang Theory, Melissa Roach.
Never
Was she
watched
really?
it.
Yeah, she was in that show.
Never watched it.
She played the girlfriend of Hoyt, Jessica's boyfriend. His girlfriend before her was
Oh, do you know why?
Melissa Roach.
Do you know why she didn't seem familiar to me?
Hmm.
Because I never watched the show.
Oh, that would probably do it. Yeah. Used to watch it just because of Suke. So moving on from Suke. Let's see.
Did you finish The Outsider, Jed?
I did. That's another thing I was going to ask you about, Levy. So did you guys watch The Outsider? Either one of you? Josh, Mike?
No, I've not watched it yet.
Yeah. I don't even know what that is. What is that?
That's the one where you've seen it.
It's Jason
the
Bateman,
HBO
right?
show, Jason Bateman.
Stephen
where he
King.
gets-
Oh, okay.
Murder.
Yeah.
Did you finish it, Mike?
No, I didn't finish it. No, not yet.
I
Alright, well, cover your ears.
yeah. I finished.
It's your turn, Mike. But yeah, I enjoyed it. What'd you think, Jed?
I thought it was awesome.
That was Levy's
how di-
review right there. Yeah.
How different was it
Shortest
from the
Levy
book?
review ever.
No, there was it differed from the book in the same way that Walking Dead differed between the comic and the show, where it would sync up and then it would veer off and go separate ways, and then would come back again, and then veer off again, and then come back again.
Is it worth
So-
reading the book after I watch the show? Will I get anything extra from it?
Or should you read the book before you watch the show?
I listened to the audiobook as I was watching the show. I did finish the book before the show ended, though. I don't know if it's really worth it to read the book because they don't really do anything radically different. I mean, there are characters that are in the show that aren't in the book, and vice versa. But in all honesty, I mean, if you've seen the show, I think you'll be fine.
Okay.
So
Cool. They kind of let it open ended a little bit at the end of the episode, so I don't know if there's actually continuing stories.
No, that part was not
Okay.
in the book. But one thing they did in the book, because Holly Gibney, she's actually, this isn't her first appearance in a Stephen King story. She's actually from the Mr. Mercedes trilogy, or from the Bill Hodges trilogy. And she makes lots of references to Bill Hodges and stuff because, his character dies in one of the previous books from cancer and everything like that. So she's talking about, and she kind of like takes over his private investigative agency. And so she's kind of running things. And so she talks about him and how much she misses him. And then, she thinks about what he would do and if he were there and all that stuff. So there's a lot of that stuff going on in her head. So, I mean, if you're interested in like hearing like characters in her monologues and stuff like that, then yeah, I would recommend reading the book. But if you just want to get the gist of the story, then the show's fine.
Cool.
So, but I did like how it ended. I mean, like how everything kind of came together at the end there.
Is it a miniseries?
Yeah, it is a miniseries.
It's a season.
Okay.
It's a 10 episodes.
Yeah, 10 episodes. 10 episodes. So yeah, I don't think there's going to be a second season because the
I thought maybe they would do a second season, but just with her, moving on to some other type of thing.
They might. What they might do is adapt the Bill Hodges trilogy then, if they want to do that, and just have it that she goes through that storyline after The Outsider instead of before, like in the novels. So that's always a possibility.
Mike, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I watched the Sonic movie.
How was it?
I actually liked it a lot. But then again, I'm biased because I'm a Sonic fan. But I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I watched it with my kids. My kids got a kick out of it. It was definitely, aimed toward kids, not for, 40-year-old kids. So a lot of kid humor and stuff. But what was really interesting about it was Chris Pratt originally supposed to play the main character?
That wouldn't have surprised me if they did, because he's, when they started filming this, that was like at the height of his popularity at the point.
I thought I had saw like a promotional poster with him in it, or someone who looked like him.
You mean in place of James Marsden?
Yeah, because they left a lot of like jokes like for Guardians of the Galaxy, like in that movie. Like he sees a raccoon, he calls it a trash panda. They call him the Donut Lord. Sonic calls him the Donut Lord because he's a cop and he eats donuts and shit.
Yeah.
And the third one was they mentioned Vin Diesel.
Oh,
and
really?
Part of it as a joke. So I was like, man, that's a lot of like, talk about like Guardians of the Galaxy, characters and things and stuff like that. So
I had heard that this Sonic movie left it open for a sequel, including, was it Knuckles or Tails?
Well, I wasn't going to spoil anything, Josh, because
I don't give a fuck.
People haven't seen it, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers haven't watched it yet either. But so spoilers for people who don't want to know what happens after the end of the credits and stuff. But at the end of the credits, Tails makes an appearance.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So it's a full-on appearance. That's cool.
He comes out of a ring, pulls out the tracking device, does the whole double tail helicopter move.
I'm curious to know what if they had to redesign him too. If they actually had a design for him planned, and then after Sonic got the backlash, they were like, let's take him back to the drawing board too.
Maybe.
I'm curious to see what the original design would have been.
I could see that. I could see that him because he looks a lot just like the video game. One thing that was really neat was at the end credits they did like all the kind of shots from the movie in 16-bit Genesis graphics. So you actually had
cool.
like parts of the movie like it was like just like him playing the video game stuff. It was really neat. So Jim Carrey, he was really good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It wasn't that bad where like where it's overly kiddish, but it was it was just a fun movie. Don't think too much into it.
That's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm glad that they were able to get the support after they made their course correction.
So there was a really cool part where he's like hanging out in his cave, which is like his room and stuff that he's like hiding out, and he's reading Flash comics, and he has like this giant stack of Flash comics, and he's reading through them so fast that the Flash character on the cover of the comic books is like running in place. It looks really cool. It's a really cool animation. But no, I liked it a lot. So if you want that available on Jetflix, just let me know.
I'm good. What have you been thinking of Picard?
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
blown
no
away by it.
Excalibur.
It's definitely no Excalibur.
Oh, that's great. Especially considering Excalibur had Patrick Stewart too.
You got Patrick Stewart in it, who's trying to play a 60-year-old captain, and he's 80 or more. You can see that he's old. It's kind of like De Niro in that last Irishman movie. He made him.
No, in Picard, he's supposed to be really old. Yeah,
I understand that, but I'm just saying that he's not de-aged or anything like that. It's just that he moves like an old man.
Yeah.
So he's old, and it's kind of hard for him to get into like running action scenes and
I see.
make it believe.
You're saying that he's trying to do
believable.
things that would be more befitting of a younger actor.
Yep,
I see.
it was nice to see Will Riker.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be honest. I did kind of choke up there. I thought it was great. So
You cried? You choked up?
I choked up a little bit there. I thought that was great. That was a really great scene.
He had his arm around him. He was like,
actually, when he was in the kitchen and his daughter called out to him and says Jean-Luc Picard, and he says what? And he turns around and he comes in the kitchen. He's like, hey, Will, and it's like, oh, that's awesome.
Aww.
So I love that show. It's one of my favorite shows, and those are some of my favorite characters in sci-fi.
Levy ate some member berries.
I think the only sci-fi characters that I love more than that are the Firefly crew.
Oh.
So yeah. So I mean, Star Trek Next Generation characters are some of my favorite sci-fi characters. So it's Next Generation has a very, very special place in my heart.
Like I said, it's good. Like I said, it's not blowing me away, but it's good. Yeah, I'm interested. So it's no True Blood.
I cried at that same exact part, Levy.
Shut up, Mike.
I did, but it was because I sat on my balls.
Fuck you, man. You don't even watch the show.
Which show are we talking about?
Like I said, Mike. Like I said, Mike. Picard's good, but it's no True Blood.
Yeah, it's no sweet. Right?
I will say there's one odd thing that really
I must say
throws me off about the show is all the F-bombs they're dropping.
And what show?
Well, you haven't watched Discovery, I guess.
No, it's not that. I mean, I know that Discovery did it too, but I can deal without the F-bombs in my Star Trek.
Aww.
It kind of bothers me a little bit.
Is the future a little too dirty for you?
No, it's not that. Like I can deal with you know me. I swear like a drunken sailor. Okay, it's part of my lexicon. I have no problem with swearing. It's just with Star Trek they were above that.
See, Mike, what happened in the one episode is that one of the admirals told Picard to shut the fuck up.
Well, no, they've dropped quite a few F-bombs,
and now Levy's all upset.
Fuck you, all right? No, I felt the same way. I felt the same way about it when Data yelled shit in Generations.
Well, you have to think Star Trek Next Generation was on TV. They couldn't swear back.
I understand that. I'm just saying. I don't like hearing that coming out of my Star Trek characters.
For fuck's sake, Levy! It's just don't.
It bothers me. It's about the tone of the show. You know what I mean? It doesn't. Sometimes it's a little jarring for me.
So now if Troy said to Will, she's like, "Fuck me, Will."
Jesus Christ!
Fuck me on this table.
Come on.
You'd be down with that, right?
What are you doing?
Fuck me on this pizza oven, Will.
Pizza oven.
Right?
No.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
He did it in the porn parody. That's why he's not agreeing with it.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Stop it, you people.
Like, give me that scruffy beard, Will.
You all fucking suck. You know that?
So number
you all fucking suck. You all can shut the fuck up. How's that?
Don't like my F-bombs in Star Trek.
I don't like F-bombs in my Star Trek.
Wah. Move on. It's the 20.
It's not a deal breaker for me. I'm still enjoying the show. It's just,
Yeah.
I think the show could be better off without it.
I'll tell you one thing.
Saying.
One thing that you probably, I don't know if you missed it or not, but I caught it, and I made sure I rewinded to listen to this last episode. Picard said he was a young ensign on the Reliant.
Yes.
Which is a great throwback to Khan.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, I caught it, but I imagine it was probably a different Reliant, not the one from Wrath of Khan, because
Why?
well, because that was I think that was way too early for Picard to even be an ensign.
Think so? I don't.
Yeah,
think so.
yeah, because what's his name was 100. McCoy was 120 years old
Mhm.
in the first episode, Encounter at Farpoint.
Picard was no spring chicken.
Yeah, but no, there's no way he was an ensign on that Reliant. Had to have been probably the next ship to bear that name. Probably the Reliant B. or
Levy,
whatever.
don't spoil my throwbacks. Don't put f-bombs in my Star Trek.
Did you catch the other Easter egg though? In this last episode,
Was it the Borg?
No, it actually had to do with the bearded guy. What's his name? Rios, and he was talking about his captain and everything. And him and Picard were talking about him, and he said that his captain served as first officer to Captain Marta something or other. That's the girl. That's the girl from Tapestry. Remember the episode Tapestry where Q sent him back to when he was a newly graduated cadet, and he got stabbed in. It was how he got the artificial heart.
I remember the episode. I don't remember the details.
She was because there was three of them. It was him and his two friends, and the one woman was Marta.
You are levels above me in nerdism when it comes to Star Trek.
I'm just saying.
I did not catch
I told
that.
you this is one. I told you Next Generation was one of my favorite shows.
I still go out in the sun, so
So do I. Fuck you. All right.
Levy. Levy.
I like the Easter eggs they put there. It's pretty cool.
Did you have Mike
Don't put no f-bombs in my Star Trek, Levy. All right, let's move on. That's all the news that I got.
Why are you crying, Levy?
There was did you guys watch the Red Band trailer for Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
I did not know there was a Red Band trailer.
Did you watch the Red Band trailer, Mike?
I did.
You did. What do you guys think? Mortal Kombat experts?
It looks good. I mean, it just looks like it's the retelling of the original story again, but it looks like I guess it's just going to be more from Scorpion's point of view. So, I mean, the art direction, it looks okay. The art style, but I like how bloody and violent it is. I think that's great. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Mike?
Yeah, I ain't got much more than what Levy had to say, but it's Mortal Kombat, so of course,
Yeah.
I'm in. I want to see it.
My final bit of news is that it was stated that because of the coronavirus, that a lot of 40-plus-year-old nerds may not get their Baby Yoda figures on time.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Mike?
Oh man, like I mean, listen, I don't know. This whole Baby Yoda thing, dude. I have you dying. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, I don't know. What do you think I think about it? It's funny. I just don't get it. I don't get this fucking Baby Yoda thing, man.
It's because
I don't. I already told you how I feel. I already told you how I feel about it. It's just, I don't know. I just picture Baby Yoda. I picture her, Gizmo from Gremlins and shit. Like,
That's the point.
yeah, I know, but like, I don't know. Gremlins came out when I was a little kid or whatever, so it was like, yeah, that's cool. Like, look how cool Gizmo is. But I don't know. I have a hard time. Listen, we already talked about this. I have a hard time as a dude my age thinking anything is adorable besides like pets and kids and you know what I mean? Like real things, like real living things.
That's very alpha male of you.
Very.
No, but
Toxic masculinity. So toxic masculinity. Come on.
listen, I have 5 cats and now I have a dog.
You meathead.
And the dog's not even like a big meathead dog. Like he's a Westie.
Mike, you sound like God, man. What? I like cats.
I like cats. I'm a fucking cat guy.
So you pre-ordered Baby Yoda then, right?
Who, me? Yeah. You know what? I want to pre-order a Baby Yoda, and hopefully, like, there's by some freak thing, Levy doesn't get his, but I get mine. I'm gonna put the fucking Baby Yoda, and I'm gonna put that second Devastator upgrade kit, the torso fillers and shit, and light them both on fucking fire, dude, and just video the whole thing.
I would never speak to you again.
Huh? No, but
I would never speak to you again solely on account of the Devastator parts. You fucking
But fuck
bastard.
Baby Yoda. But fuck Baby Yoda.
Oh, I don't give a shit what he does with a Baby Yoda. I've got mine coming. I don't care. But
Yeah,
those,
but I just
fucking
said
those fucking
hypothetically-
Devastator parts, man.
Hypothetically speaking, you know, no, in the NKU, Levy doesn't get his Baby Yoda, Mike does. And then it would even, the plot would thicken, because what would happen? It would be like the Saw movies and shit. Like, would you like to play a game? And the Levy would find out afterwards that all he did was just hang my fucking artwork. I would have given him all that shit.
Is that what this is all about, man?
Baby
Is that what this has all been about?
Yoda, the Devastator kit fucking got it in the MKU.
Man, that's
all
all
I
straight
got.
up petty bullshit.
Continue.
So that's it for the news. Levy? Weird news.
Oh, weird news.
Do you have any weird news?
I have a couple. Hold on one second. Sorry, I had to cough. I didn't want to cough.
Josh,
into the
stop
mic.
that. Every time you make noise, the algorithm doesn't cut it out, and I have to go in there manually. Just
Josh, you are a quarter trick away. Get the fuck off this podcast.
just remain silent.
Okay.
You're prettier when you're quiet, Josh.
All right. So this first one I call "We Must Smurf On." And this comes from iflscience.com. A business under coronavirus meeting was canceled due to coronavirus, but Smurf rally defiantly rages on. So, as we all know, there's currently a pandemic of coronavirus causing the disease COVID-19. Many events are being canceled. Again, one of which was a meeting of let's see here. Just like a meeting of doing business. There's a Council on Foreign Relations that had to cancel a meeting in New York called Doing Business Under Coronavirus that was due to go ahead this Friday. It was canceled again due to fears of around the coronavirus. But in France, one mayor refused to give in to fear, shall we say, and defiantly hosted a Smurf rally. And as in his words, quote unquote, "We must not stop living." The decision came before France officially banned gatherings of more than 1,000 people in an effort to reduce the spread of the disease. And on Saturday, 3,500 Smurf cosplayers gathered in Landerneau, France, in an attempt to break a world record. Apparently, and this isn't the first Smurf gathering, because last year in Laukringen, Germany,
Yep, sure.
a gathering of 2,762 Smurfs occurred and was given the award of the world record of Smurf gatherings. So,
I bet you there are less than 13% Smurfettes in that group.
If it was a true Smurf gathering, there only had to be one female Smurfette.
So yes, there's a big gathering of Smurfs in France this past weekend or last weekend.
Yeah,
So-
that's some weird news, Levy.
I did not know that there were that many French people that liked the Smurfs.
Oh, I mean, they were what, Danish, right? The creator was
Yes.
Danish, right? Yeah.
Okay,
So.
interesting.
My next story is called "Well, It Was Getting Long in the Tooth." This is also from iflscience.com. A dentist in India pulled out what is now believed to be the world's longest tooth. A 20-year-old engineering student from Madhya Pradesh, India, recently went to the dentist, and he had been suffering from a constant jaw ache, gum swelling, and blisters in his mouth. The dentist decided to extract two of his teeth that he believed were the root cause of the problem. Oh, I see what they did there. The tooth he pulled out was roughly 3.89 centimeters. That's 1.53 inches. And it is believed to set a new Guinness World Record for the world's longest tooth. The record is currently held by Miho Vodopija from Croatia.
Yeah, there it was. There was the first one of the show, man. I knew it was coming.
What?
Jed did news and didn't have any Japanese names he had to pronounce. So,
but his tooth was 3.72 centimeters long, which is 1.46 inches, and that was removed in 2018. So, for comparison, the two front teeth of humans are on average around 2.25 centimeters or 0.89 inches. Or 1.63 centimeters or 0.64 inches less than the most recent tooth removal. So,
hey, Levy, let me ask you something.
Yes.
Do you have any other stories for the people that didn't shut the fucking show off after that last story?
What? It's weird. It's the longest tooth. Fuck you.
At least we'll know how many dentists we have listening.
All right, so my next story is called Yeah, Spread It. This comes from crack.com. Coronavirus porn is here.
Oh, man.
Remember what I said about Rule 34? If it exists, there's porn of it. So by March 4th, 2020, a Pornhub search for coronavirus produced 112 results.
That surprises me not in the least bit.
As of this writing, about a week later, that number has almost tripled. And this was posted today. So as of today's posting of this article, the number has tripled from 112. And here are some of the results. A cure for the coronavirus is getting fucked by a pog.
Yo, I saw that one, man.
Jesus. Does everyone know what a pog is?
Fat ass
white girl.
Because
Are you asking all the people that are listening?
No,
right
you
now?
guys. I had to look it up. I didn't know what pogs were.
I do not. I thought it was like one of those things that you used to battle in high school and train.
No, it's spelled PAWG. It stands for fat ass white girl.
Fat ass white girl
with fat with a PH.
What were those things called? Those are called pogs.
That's POG.
Okay.
But anyway, the second result here is how we fight coronavirus.
I just want to clear it up. You smash those. You smash. If it's a pog, no matter how you spell it, you smash it.
I see. The second result here.
I'm glad Josh is here to laugh at all my jokes that aren't funny.
He just doesn't want to get banned.
Yeah, he's like, how do I
earn points back?
He's like your own private laugh track.
Hey, Josh, you're invited back next week, man.
Woo!
I'm just kidding.
Second result is how we fight coronavirus: risky outdoor sex and cream pie in abandoned house. And then 2 Las Vegas girls have threesome on a mountain to avoid coronavirus.
Wow.
Well, they are secluded. I mean, they're quarantined. So, I mean, whatever.
Hardcore fuck with Chinese wearing coronavirus mask.
Oh.
And then the one simply called coronavirus porn, but the thumbnail is 2 people in hazmat suits. Here, I'll screenshot it and send it into the chat.
It reminds me of the Naked Gun when the part when he goes, "You have protection," and they were like wearing the full body condoms.
There you go.
God, there it is.
Oh, God.
Unbelievable. That's on Pornhub? Asking for a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for asking for me, Mike.
85% thumbs up.
61,000 views.
So what does it say? This one also counts as Breaking Bad porn.
Okay, so my next story is called Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And this one comes from the New York Post. Monkeys fight for food in Thailand after coronavirus slows tourism. So in Thailand, macaque monkeys are, really prevalent. And so tourists, they feed them all the time. So they
Did you say they were what? Macaque monkeys?
Macaques.
Macaque.
Oh, macaques.
Macaques. Yeah.
Macaque.
You laugh? Okay. All right. We'll let you get it out of your system. Go ahead.
Macaque.
I will not be laughing at this humor.
Yeah, but this is actually funny, though, man.
Anyway.
That's why I'm not laughing.
So macaque.
Yeah.
Monkey.
So these monkeys propagate in the cities because the tourists feed them.
What kind of monkeys are they?
You know what kind they are. The tourists feed them, and that's how they eat, But now that no one's in the streets anymore because of this virus, the monkeys are going hungry.
So
So now they're very, very hungry. Apparently, this is what people are saying. So they're forming gangs and getting into gang fights in the street with each other.
The monkeys are forming gangs.
The monkeys are forming gangs and fighting for food
against other monkeys.
Against the other monkeys, yes.
Oh my god,
is that like a my cock fight?
You're really eating this up, aren't you?
I love it.
Yeah.
He's
loving the macaques.
I love the macaque. I love the macaque. Swallowing it all.
Yeah. And my final story I call Castaway 2. This time it's personal. This comes from the BatudaAdvocate.com or BatudaAdvocate.com. Gold Coast Hospital staff roll in a Wilson volleyball to keep Tom Hanks company in quarantine. So they brought him a volleyball with the Wilson face painted on it, and to keep him company while he's in quarantine. So just something little, short.
Isn't his wife with him?
Yeah, and funny enough, her name is Wilson too. Rita Wilson.
Really?
Her name's Rita Wilson. So yeah, I thought that was amusing. There's actually a picture of him with the ball here.
That's great. Yeah, I'm cool.
So that's it for weird news.
Ah, okay. I wanna make sure next time we have an update on the My Cock Monkeys and how they're faring.
They're like little people, man. I saw one drop kick some dude in a video earlier this week or whatever. Like, what a little asshole, man.
Well,
are those the ones that hang out in the Siberian Springs or whatever, the hot springs, right? Those are the same kind of monkeys, right?
Those are different, I think.
Those are different?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no, I did show you a video of a monkey, getting in a fight with a dude over his motorcycle. Remember that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember that. But this was a different monkey fight, and it was one sided. He came up and he drop kicked the dude in the back, kind of like that guy and Arnold Schwarzenegger. and then he ran off, and the dude, like, I don't know, it was funny. Yeah.
He was like, "Get back here with my cock."
Did you see The Hangover 2?
No.
Yes.
No.
Remember the monkey in that movie?
Yeah.
No.
That's a macaque.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's a macaque. Because again, they were in Thailand in that movie.
Your cock or my cock?
Shut the fuck up, Jed. Yeah, it was funny the first 50 million times you said.
I don't want the story to end. I wanted to keep going.
What are you saying, Levy? It wasn't funny the first time you said it.
Oh my god, it was hilarious every single time.
No, it wasn't.
Dads across the world are laughing with me.
All right, Jed, or not Jed, Mike, toy news.
Yes. So I have
toy news.
I don't have many pieces of toy news. Honestly, I have two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fanstoys is putting out a coronavirus figure.
So. No.
Josh, be quiet.
But
I'm down to 1/8 of a point, and I'm kicked out.
He's
Silence,
getting close.
Yeah, put you in the box.
So yeah, man, and I already forgot. I shouldn't have hit that Devastator. We talked about TFCon getting canceled, right? That's kind of sort of part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about it some more.
No, I mean, I'm not sure what there is. The only thing that we didn't talk about was that they said they were going to announce the fall one in a week, next weekend.
Right.
So.
Right. Yep.
Any guesses as to where? I kind of think it's going to be in Chicago again. Just because they've been going back and forth.
Yeah, if they already have all the venues and stuff like that scheduled out, they're not going to do Orlando in the fall. So I would say, yeah, it's probably going to be Chicago or someplace entirely new.
Are they doing Canada again this year?
Well, that's a summer.
Yeah.
Summer? Okay.
Yep.
That's always in Toronto.
Okay. I'm hoping it's in Chicago this year. I'm not driving 12 hours again. Fuck that.
Chicago's a pain in the ass for us. Like DC is a pain in the ass for you because it's such a far ride. But I do have a little bit of family in Chicago, so that's always kind of.
Well, I mean, if I did the plane, I could do a plane ride. That's not that big a deal. But this is first time going out of the state for a convention for me. I wanted to make it somewhat memorable, but I should have done it at a younger age. Being trapped in a car for 12 hours.
I can't believe you drove straight through, man.
By yourself too. That's the real
dude.
That's the real
Yeah, man.
right
If you ever
there.
lose your job, Josh, you just get one as a truck driver.
Yeah, seriously, that's a feat.
Where there's a will, there's a way. And mine's
yeah.
energy drinks.
Yeah.
I did Toronto. Like I had other people with me though. I had
Right.
Vanessa and Gort and Chris with me or whatever. But I drove the whole way. But that was about my limit, man. It's like 7 hours and change. I was ready to. I was tailing off at the end.
I'm going to tell you guys
Cool.
right up front, if it's in Chicago, I'll see you there. I'm flying.
Yeah,
I am not driving out there.
Driving, you know.
No way.
Leslie, what about you?
No, I mean, I imagine you're gonna have to drive, right? Because you got all your stuff.
I'm gonna have to drive.
I'll ride with you. Long drives don't bother me.
Well, no, because
Levy,
Vanessa will be with him and all the stuff, so he won't have any room for you, Levy.
Nah, I have room for him. I have all that shit up in the bag anyway.
Tie it to the hood, Levy.
Mm-hmm.
Hofbrauer House, man. Come on.
Oh, dude,
That
That would be great to go back there.
that was one of the greatest fucking. That was one of my favorite drinking nights of all time, man.
And that was good. That was a good night. That was fun.
And the only embarrassing part of it was that I think
The country bar.
no, that one no. Wait, what happened at the country bar?
Everybody puked.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's not embarrassing. That's just that goes along with the territory. The only thing that I'm slightly embarrassed about was that and I can't remember if the band played it or if they were just playing it over the PA in the Hofbrau House, but I had way too much alcohol on me, and Journey "Don't Stop Believing" came in, and the only time that song is good is when you have 19 beers in you. And I remember playing that, and the whole place was going, so I was fucking stomping my foot a little bit, and I'm like, no, wait a second, this is Journey. But other than that, it was
Thank you,
Journey's a
Jed.
good band. Journey's a good band. But just Don't Stop Believing. That's what. Don't Stop Believing is the Run to the Hills of Journey. That's Journey's Run to the Hills. You go listen to Journey songs, and they're a real talented band. But enough with that fucking song already. You know what I mean? But see, that's the thing. It's a classic song when you're drunk. Right now, dude, if I hear that on the radio, I turn it the fuck off, dude.
You just don't like good shit, man.
Speaking of
First Baby Yoda, now Journey. What kind of monster are you, man?
Speaking of Iron Maiden, right? When I was at Second and Charles, there was this guy. He was working there and he was putting books away, and he was like a really tall version of Sal. He looked just like him, and he went to get by me, and he goes, "Excuse me." I was like, what?
Sal saying.
Yeah, he was like a 6'3" dude with the whole the beard and mustache stuff. He's like, "Excuse
was
me."
he giving you a voice like that, or is that what he sounded like?
No, that's what he sounded like. It was kind of
That's
like
what he sounded like.
when you first heard Tyson for the first time. I was like,
he was a big guy. Was he a big guy?
yeah.
But
Yeah, he was a real big
tall
dude.
though. Was he just tall, or was he a tall big guy?
No, he was like a tall, big dude with beard and stuff like that. But he looked like Sal in the face. He had the glasses and the mustache the same way and stuff.
You should have put it all on the line and clowned him. You should have been like, "Yeah, sure, no problem."
Hey, I don't know if this guy was in a freaking biker fight the night before and got kicked in the nuts. Who knows? Before I know it, I'm in aisle J, in the freaking bookshelf.
So, there's only been two times when Jed's thought the better of saying something crazy. That time and the time when Larry Manning came out to me and said, "Hey, are you Mike Kincaid?"
Mike, why, yes, he is. Right this way, sir. And the whole time, he's giving you all your props, and you're looking back, winking at me, and I'm like, "Yep." Not saying a word.
Sweating. There was a bead of sweat coming down his forehead, man, when that was going on.
Oh, I was fighting it so hard. I wanted to say so much, but I couldn't. So did you have any interviews, Mike? Did you have anything else besides?
Besides that, just
So I had a question for you, right?
Okay, well, you
After-
didn't let me
after-
answer the last question.
I have a question for you after you're done with your toy news.
All right, so Zeta is basically Zeta. They have a new name. Hang on, I have to look it up. What are they called? Studio
Toys.
Cell.
Oh, I thought it was one of the fruits.
Okay.
Studio Studio Cell has their it's a Unicron, and it's the Zeta Unicron. So I don't understand. Like, I'm not understanding this whole thing. Like, they're hiding from Hasbro. Like, why? Like, I don't know. I don't understand, man. Everybody knows better than us, obviously, because all the internet lawyers are out there. But like, why do you think they would put it out under a different name?
Is it Zeta, or did they sell the design to somebody?
Well, that's a possibility. That is a possibility, but it's definitely the Zeta. It is the Zeta Unicron, but you're right. It could very well belong to somebody else now.
I mean, not only are they not going by Zeta, they're also, when they show the pictures, you don't see Unicron head.
Yeah, they had like
So whoever this company is really covering their asses, showing this off.
But we all know what it is, so that's pretty sly marketing. Yeah. By the way, is anybody getting this besides me?
I have no idea how much it is.
It was like a fraction of what Hasbro's. Wasn't it like originally they said like $250?
I feel like I saw on I'll go look it up while we're talking, but I'm pretty sure I saw it on some of the foreign websites like Show Z Store at like less than 200. To be honest with you, I'm gonna go look right now.
While you're looking, Mike, what about your opinion on the MP44 KO?
Well, I heard some good things about. I think I saw on Ben's Collectibles. He had that. No, I was wrong, Josh. It's $299, not under 200. It's under 300. But still, you know what I mean? Like 300, like that's, and it's going to be around the size of the Zeta combiners, isn't it? Or a hair shorter, or maybe right around that.
I thought I heard it was going to be shorter than the Zeta.
Oh, is it going to be a little shorter?
Yeah.
I'm wondering why they made it small. Like, you think they would at least make it the same size as the combiners, but I don't know. Oh shit, Jed, what did you just ask me? Oh, the MP44 KO. Yeah. That was going to be another piece of the news, but I saw on Ben's Collectibles that he said they were going to try to they're doing better elbows and better knees on it. I think they were trying to do like, you know, the regular KO thing now, which is kind of trying to make a few little improvements. But it's coming without. I think it's less than $100. Yeah, I see it right here on Show Z Store for $90, and that's awesome. And I'd be pretty psyched about it. Except that it's not coming with the trailer or roller or anything. The humans there, you get no humans, no roller, and no trailer with the thing inside the trailer. It's just going to be basically Optimus Prime and the axe and his gun and whatever. So that's disappointing because I really wanted the entire thing.
But you don't display that stuff, right? The trailer.
Yeah, but I want the roller though. I have the roller.
It's the completionist in them.
Well, yeah, man. Because if I ever do want to turn it into a truck, like I need the trailer. But I also use the trailer as part of the display. It's kind of like a riser for the rest of the plots. And it's like, man, I don't know, dude. What, Levy? What do you think? Levy, you were going to be in on this, but you kind of feel the same way I do, right?
No trailer equals no buy.
Yeah. Do you think another company will see this as an opportunity to KO the shit that this company didn't?
Absolutely.
Like,
I absolutely see another company doing an entire, just doing the whole thing.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Like, what if this MPKO takes off and people start buying it? Do you think the same company will put out the trailer?
That might be possible too, but
yeah,
like X-Transpots, they did the Motor Master first, and they're doing the trailer second.
So let's look back to the MP36, the MP36 KOs, right?
Right.
Did any of those MP36 KOs come out without like all the extra stuff that Megatron came with?
I'm pretty sure it did. The attachments?
Yeah,
it came with the one I got came with everything, but I don't know if there was one that didn't. But I'm pretty sure they all did. But it's a slightly different animal because like the trailer is like a major part. It's like a big part. You know?
No, I get that. I'm just wondering if it was initially released as just the bot, you know, and the gun, and come with all the, because I know later on they added in like extra faces and like the toy look chest and a couple other things. But I didn't know if they initially came out with like just the bot and then somebody added the accessories later, and then there was like 4 companies that came out with KOs of that, I think.
There was a bunch. Yeah, there was a bunch. It might have been 4.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of people going back and forth in the comment section on the Dame Chalk Wall, and they were saying something about another company doing the trailer, and then they said that had happened before, but they didn't say which KO they were talking about. Levy, do you remember like any company KOing something and then another company KOing the extra stuff?
No.
No,
No.
I couldn't really think of anything either. And that's not to say that it didn't happen. I can't remember
No.
what that could have possibly been.
If another company's going to tackle this, I imagine that they would, with the goal of releasing the trailer, I would imagine they would just do the whole thing.
Yeah, because I think that I don't think we're alone. I think there's a lot of people that would probably steer clear. Now, I think there's a lot of people that are just going to get it because, like Jed said, you really need the trailer. You want an Optimus Prime. Like a lot of people bought, and Jed, you were one of them. You bought Magic Square Prime, and a lot of people got the Transform Element Prime.
Well,
So
the problem is the truck mode looks really shitty without the trailer covering up all that garbage on the back.
That's why I'm buying Mike's MP10 for the truck mode with the trailer. That's my solution. I got Magic Square Prime for the bot mode, and then I got an MP10 for the truck mode. Or will have a quote unquote MP10
right.
eventually.
I promise it's gonna happen, but I just need to see. I need to see this full KO with the trailer. You know, it's gonna happen eventually.
You would think that the trailer and the accessories would be easier to KO than the actual bot.
You would think. Far less engineering goes
I would
into
imagine
those.
so. Yeah, I would imagine so.
Maybe it's maybe we're just kind of jumping the gun. Maybe they will release everything.
Maybe. We'll see what.
Only time will tell.
So
yeah,
there was a conversation Matt and Dakota were having about like BotCon and TFCon.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
yeah,
Mike, you went to both, right?
Yeah.
And Levy, did you go to BotCon?
I went to BotCon 97.
So tell me, my question was, is BotCon that much different than TFCon?
Yes.
Oh, you guys went to, Josh?
Yeah, I went to the last BotCon in Illinois.
So let me ask you this. So was it different than TFCon? And if there, another BotCon does come out, will that one in the future be much different than the current TFCon?
Well, BotCon doesn't allow third party.
Right.
That was the big difference.
So,
like TF Source wasn't there. None of the online vendors were there, which made it really difficult because you're looking to shop around and everybody's got their own private little vendor booth and it's all Hasbro stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff on the sales floor is like Chug and mainline Hasbro stuff. With Masterpiece in there too, but or like vintage G1 and various other stuff from the different eras of Transformers. But there's no third party high end stuff there.
Okay.
So
the big difference for me with BotCon and TFCon, and which is really a reason why I can't properly compare the two of them, was because back when we were going to BotCons, and Levy, we went to one or two together, didn't we?
We went to the 197 in Rochester.
Was that Rochester?
Yeah.
Yeah, which was fun. It was a great time. It was me, Levy, and I think there was a few other people. Was DC with us?
It was Chad.
Chad? I felt like I thought for some reason that DC went.
Three of us.
So now that was back before the dawn of social media. So we were just kind of going, and it was like the three of us, and
that was the trip where we slept through the Stan Bush concert.
Yeah. We
were all psyched to go to the Stan Bush concert. By the time we got up there into our hotel room, we were so tired we just fell out. And by the time we woke up, the Stan Bush concert was over.
Didn't we hear it? Didn't we? I thought, I don't know. My memory of it was kind of foggy. Like I felt like we woke up, and because the concert was in the hotel, and I felt like wherever we were at, we could kind of hear.
I don't remember that, but I remember hearing stories of Stan Bush hitting on ladies.
Yeah.
At the hotel.
Yeah,
bar.
Stan Bush was down there trying to pull some ass, dude, at a Transformer convention. After, can you imagine? Like the touch or some shit, and then he's like walking off the fucking stage like George Jefferson, and he's trying to pick bitches up.
I'm a musician. I'm in a band. Yeah.
Hey, it works. Hey, lady, you got the touch. Dare to come upstairs to my room?
Nothing's gonna stand in my way.
I got a hunger. So the BotCon was fun because it was like, the three of us went. It was a good time, and it was like, it was a fucking Transformer convention. So how could it not be fun? But TFCon was just on a different level because we were a little older at this point, so we had Like at BotCon, I don't know that we properly at that point knew how to like or properly enjoy a con weekend, like partying and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like I remember
Right.
like the BotCon being a little more subdued.
Plus, wasn't 97 like pre third party stuff? Pre.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
way
yeah!
before.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
before.
pre everything.
Third
That was
party
pre-
didn't even think about getting started until like 2010.
Was it pre Masterpiece?
It was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was Masterpieces. It was in 2000 and what?
2001 was when the MPO1 came out, I think.
And that was amazing. I remember Dominic DC from Comic Masters. He told me that he heard some shit a couple of years before that. He's like, yeah, I heard that they were gonna be doing some Transformers that were like, you know, that looked more like they did in the cartoon, but they were gonna be like bigger and more intricate and all this shit. And like basically told me that he saw somewhere like what would become Masterpiece, and I remember hearing that from him and thinking, wow, that's going to be awesome. And then like a year or two went by and there was nothing. And then fucking MPO1 hit and it was like, holy shit. Yeah. So, but yeah, TFCon, yeah, just with the third party shit made TFCon a little bit better for us as adult collectors. And then also, like I said, with social media, meeting people. I mean, dude, our whole little BNS crew, man, if you look at all of them, you know, Brother Kyle and Nate and, you know, and Josh and the
I was gonna say, fucking Nate, come on.
the TCP, you know, some of the TCP guys and like, you know, some of the ROC guys and all those people, like we met them online and shit like that. So then TF Cons became like a
More of a group hangout.
family reunion of sorts, you know, a hangout, you know.
Geez, 97. That would have been like an IRC chat room for Transformers.
yeah. On AOL and shit.
Yo, man, did you get that MP3 of You Got the Touch?
I'll send it to you. It would take like a half an hour to download that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Those are the days, man. I remember when Richie, the dude that you met at the one that owns the store up there where you bought the Final Fantasy shit. I remember he hit me up the one day when we were still on, and he told me about the Hun.com. And like, that was the fucking end of my life for the next couple months, dude. Because it was like smut, but then we were on dial-up. So even to look at a picture took a really long time. 97 was a good, the 90s were fun.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, in answer to your question, it's hard to properly compare the two of them, but like, I don't know, man, TFCon.
So what would you do? I mean, like if they had a new BotCon, right, that would be coming out like, you know, this year or next year or something like that. Do you think that they would go all official like that still, or do you think they will?
Of course, well, because it's are you talking about BotCon?
Yeah,
BotCon is a Hasbro thing.
Right? I don't know if it is anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
No?
If it wouldn't be a Hasbro thing, like and it came out.
If it's not a Hasbro thing, I can't see any reason why they would try to hold back third party. Because to me, if I was holding that event, and I would want as many Transformer fans there as possible, and where a lot of people don't know about third party, there's an awful lot of people that do know about third party that would definitely, like, if you told me that there was a Transformers convention going on, the only reason I would go would be to, if they would even allow it, would be to vend. You know what I mean? Like if I knew there was going to be no third party presence there.
Right.
If they do allow like third party at BotCon, I can see like BBTS and TF Source showing up to there, because last TFCon it was all TCP and Agabus and Toy Dojo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. TF Source and they dropped out I didn't see them at the last one. You're right. Yeah.
I'm just saying that could be a possibility if they do allow a third party.
Something to think about.
So the new BotCon is not being run by Hasbro?
I don't think so.
I don't know for sure. You have to ask Dakota.
we're so informative.
Yeah.
Oh, Dakota!
It was just funny.
This is not befitting the #1 Beast Wars podcast.
Well, it's because BotCon isn't Beast Wars.
Shout out to Dakota at Stasis Lock for the past 2 weeks. He 2 weeks ago he put under his name he had the host of the #2 Beast Wars podcast. and last week he had sponsored by Blackout and Shout.
Oh, those guys had me on their show a couple weeks.
Well, at least he knows his place.
Josh was a guest star. Josh is all over. Josh is like the podcast whore.
Yeah.
I'm the new Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
Ooh. Are you? I must hate you now.
All right.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so Dakota and Matt were having a conversation, and I asked that question, and Matt was like, "There's no difference," and Dakota was like, "Big difference."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I gotta ask Mike and Levy and everybody else and see what they say. So should we move on to Q&A? Listeners'
Yeah.
questions? Did we?
Yeah, that's fine.
I know you posted late, Levy. Did we get any?
Yeah, we have some questions.
Oh, great.
So
Do you want to answer Nate's question in the group chat?
Yeah, who's doing that? Mike, Levy, which one are you guys running that?
Go ahead, Levy.
hold on a second.
Yeah,
I can go to
Levy,
the
you got to. You have to. I'm going to let you start reading the Q&A because I think you share the question in a couple groups that I'm not in, so I can't see it.
They never post anything in there anymore, so I stopped posting.
They don't like Levy. You could block them.
Okay, so well, the one from Nate was in the chat, and it was, where was your first kiss? Was it spontaneous or fully planned? How bad was it?
Don't everybody answer at once.
I was just gonna say that.
I'm trying to think. There's been so many.
Right.
I gotta think it was second grade.
You whore.
I think.
Second grade, man. You.
Those
think
don't
it was-
count.
Yeah. Come on.
First kiss, right? Second grade.
That doesn't count.
On the playground. So there you go.
That doesn't count.
No.
You poser.
Well,
He probably went through all of high school saying, I've been kissed. I've been kissed.
No, Levy. I play
It
guitar.
was sick. It was sick.
No, Levy.
So it was college when you were saying that.
Levy. No,
Sitting
Levy.
in the courtyard. Playing your acoustic guitar for all the girls in the courtyard in college. I've
Yeah.
kissed a girl, yeah. I've kissed plenty of girls. Strumming away, trying to seduce them.
Can I tell you that the acoustic guy annoys the shit out of me? Like the campfire acoustic guy annoys the shit out of me.
Because he plays the same songs over and over again.
Well, no, it's just it's I don't know. It's just like a violation. Like, oh, let me whip the guitar out and play for some chick. Like, there's chicks here, Let me.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I remember seeing an episode of No Reservations, and Anthony Bourdain came creeping up on a campfire scene, and a dude was playing the acoustic guitar, and he grabbed the acoustic out of his hands and just smashed it against a tree. And I was like an automatic fan. Like from that point forward, I started watching that show.
I think when I was 17 and 18, that was my go-to. That was my go-to. I bring the acoustic guitar with me to parties.
Are you serious?
Who is
I can
moving
see
their
that.
furniture? Is that
17
you?
or 18? No,
Is that
that's
you?
me. I
Okay.
ran up the steps.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 17, 18, I think I did that. Yeah, I did do that in 17, 18. Yeah, because
I
right
guess
after
doing that at
graduation, I
that
didn't do it.
age.
Yeah, because I wasn't going to like drag my electric guitar and my amp with or anything like that, so acoustic was the way to go.
I knew that I started trying to put a band together immediately because I just wanted to start playing out because I bought a pair of leather pants and a guitar and I was like, something got to get me some pussy, and if it's gonna be anything, it's gonna be the guitar and the leather pants.
What was big back then? Was it Dave Matthews? Did I play Dave Matthews? I can't remember. Some shit. It was some crap that you didn't have to.
on Dave Matthews. Come
You
on.
didn't have. You just worry like let everybody sing along to it. You didn't really need to know the words.
Let's rewind back to the part of the show where you were all calling me a fucking sellout. Dave Matthews.
That wasn't a salad. That was a lure. It was like fishing, basically. So, and don't tell me that shit. You never did that. So I'll fucking call you a liar to your face.
No, I'll honestly tell you that I never played music I didn't like until now.
No, I mean, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about bringing a guitar to a party and fucking playing it.
Nah, you know what?
I'm grabbing a guitar there.
And we actually we touched on this on a show one time, but I'm uncomfortable playing small crowds.
Hmm.
It has nothing to do with how I need to be playing in front of a big crowd, but it's when there's a big crowd, they become more like a singular, like they're the crowd. You know what I mean? Where if there's only like a few people, like at a party, like some people, then there are a bunch of individuals, and then they're all looking at me, and I'm like, I feel uncomfortable with this shit. You know what I mean? Like I feel more comfortable. The larger the crowd, the easier of a time I have playing because they
I don't know,
become.
Levy. What do you think about that? Was that like a level of egotism, egotistical, something like that, Levy? I'm on my own.
Is Josh still here?
Yeah, I'm
don't
still here. I'm just trying to think of an answer because I
You're a
can relate.
musician. You played,
Yeah.
so like
I played
you understand that or not?
I understand completely because there was just sometimes we played to like 3 or 4 people and it was just so awkward because they weren't even there to watch us play. They were just there to hang out in the bar and just drink. But then you get those shows where you've got like 100-something people and you're just like, you feel more. It's not an ego thing. You just feel more confident on stage.
I'll tell you this. As a full band, we've had our handful of bummer shows where we show up at some fucking place we wanted to try it out and see what it was like, and then there ended up being nobody there. You know, and we've played to 10 people before,
Mhm.
and honestly, that wasn't uncomfortable because I was with a full band, and so I knew that there was 3 other guys making asses out of themselves as well. So it was a team effort making asses out of ourselves. Where if it was just an acoustic situation, I'm there by myself, you know, and it's like that dream that you had, you know, when you're in your underwear and you're at the mall, but nobody seems to notice that you're in your underwear. Like I feel like I'm in my underwear when I'm in that situation.
That's when somebody comes over and asks you to keep it down. They're trying to talk.
Oh man, yeah, that's when you just pack your shit up and you go the fuck home, man.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the original question though?
Question: Would you when you asked me that before? You said, are you comfortable with large people, or are you more comfortable with small?
No.
I said I could go both ways.
Yeah, that was it. No, Nate's original question. I know you said it was Nate, but somebody was talking to me, so I didn't hear the full question. He asked what?
Nate's original question was, where did you have your first kiss, or when, or something like that?
Oh, where? Oh,
When was your first kiss, and was it planned, spontaneous? Was it awful? Was it good? What?
Are we talking like, you know, there's different levels. Like, is the first?
We're not talking about no second grade kisses here.
Little peck,
you asked the first one.
We talking about just kind of like a little kiss on the lips, or are we talking like when's the first time I stuck my tongue down somebody's throat?
Just a real kiss with a woman.
Your mother doesn't count.
Some second grade classmate don't count.
Yeah, so
or your cousin.
Man.
Sorry, Nicole.
Dude, it's I'm having a hard time separating, you know what I mean? Because everybody had them kisses, like I'm thinking like the first time I kissed a girl where I knew it was leading to sex, like that kind of kiss.
When was your
high school
first kiss?
When was your first gang rape?
I can't. What the fuck is the next question?
Pass.
Pass.
Okay. Next question from Gary Allen. How often do you dust, maintain, or curate your collection? I know Mike likes to photograph minifigures. Do you take that as a chance to dust or clean them at the same time?
Oh, big time. I definitely, every time I take one out to photograph it, I clean it, because especially if you're shooting with a DSLR, every little goddamn speck of dust and fucking cat hair or whatever that could happen to be on there is going to show up and scream at you through that computer screen when you shoot it with a DSLR. You can get away with it with the cell phone camera, but even the cell phone cameras are getting, you know, pretty killer at this point. But yeah, every time I take them out, I'll dust them. But then once a year, and that time is actually coming up. Probably do it like in the spring, you know, when it gets nice enough where I could kind of like open the back door and let some air in here and kind of like really blow everything out. Like take a shelf at a time and take all the G1 packages down and kind of like dust those off. Yeah, like once a year, you know, I give it the spring cleaning. But then in between, like he said, if I take it out to photograph it all, definitely like clean it off first. And I don't know. But the thing is with and like you, Levy, and I'm not sure how I don't know how much traffic is in your room, Ched or Josh, but like my room is fairly low traffic, so it's not like there's a ton getting kicked up down here. And this is a room that I don't allow the pets into, so any cat hair that makes its way in here is on my shirt. So it doesn't really get too bad down here. What about you guys?
I hardly have any dust at all. So especially in stuff inside the detolfs, but a lot of my shit's still in boxes though, because I've been like moving things around. But when I did have things out, I didn't really have that much of a dust problem. I think I actually had more dust on that Ultra Magnus that Levy sold me than any of the other stuff I had so far. Levy?
When I noticed the cobwebs.
Yeah, oh yeah. When they start spelling out words, that's when you just got to clean. Wash me. What about you, Joshua? You have yours on bookcases.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now. Usually, if I pull them to do like comparison for my reviews, I'll dust them off a little bit. But usually, it's when I rearrange them, which happens a little bit more often now because I'm running out of room. I'll take them off and just like give it a little good dusting, like maybe put a Q-tip in there.
I was gonna say, what do you guys use? You guys use makeup brushes or paint brushes to clean them?
I usually just go with a Q-tip and just to get in the crevices and everything.
Can of air.
Dude, you're gonna laugh. I use a goddamn air compressor, man.
Yeah, you just
The nozzle on it for the third, like for loose stuff, like that's masterpiece stuff and the third party stuff. Yeah, the G1, like the boxes, that's a little bit of a touchier subject.
White gloves and
You tape down all the accessories and just blow the fucking detox.
No, you start. No, not like that. A figure at a time, man. Figure at a time.
I use acetone.
Jesus.
You melt them down.
Excuse me. Oh. All right. Also from Gary Allen, share a top favorite, less popular 80s movie that you love. Avoid the cliche options, the mainstream films, but share one that's more obscure. One of mine is Better Off Dead.
Excalibur.
What? Oh, Excalibur.
Ooh, 80s, more not so mainstream 80s movie.
Does Flight of the Navigator count?
That was gonna be my pick, you motherfucker.
Wasn't that
Ah!
Disney? That was a Disney movie. That's
Fuck you,
pretty
Josh.
mainstream. Right?
What's that?
That was Disney, wasn't it? That was a Disney movie, wasn't it?
It was, but it wasn't terribly.
It's Disney's
wasn't-
mainstream.
It does, yeah, but they also have their obscure movies. Flight of the Navigator wasn't that well known, and isn't all that popular.
The Computer That Wore Tennis Shoes. That's another one. Was that 80s?
What?
Computer That Wore Tennis Shoes. One of Kurt Russell's earliest movies.
That sounds like a fever dream. Are you sure that's a real movie?
Oh my
Big Trouble in Little China, was that in the 80s?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tron?
Is that not
No,
mainstream?
Tron's a Disney movie.
Just because it's a
Big
Disney
Trouble
movie
in
does not disqualify it.
Big Trouble in
Tron
Little
is a
China
very,
was
very, very mainstream film.
Big Trouble in Little China was a John Carpenter film, I think.
Yeah, but that's mainstream.
That was a mainstream movie.
Explorers.
Adventures in Babysitting.
Explorers. Was
What
Explorers the
about
one where they
Short
came up with
Circuit?
that force?
Short Circuit in the 80s?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that was a good one.
Short Circuit?
That was mainstream, though. That was pretty
Yeah,
mainstream.
I would consider that more one of the more well-known 80s films. What were we saying about Explorers, Jed?
Is that the one where they created the force field bubble and then used that to travel around?
They made a ship out of a tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had,
I got one
it
for
had
you.
River Phoenix, and there was someone else in that movie. But yeah, they met aliens and shit. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed that movie.
Batteries Not Included.
Oh, I hated that.
Oh, shit.
That was a great movie.
How'd you hate
Hated
that
that
movie?
I didn't like that movie. It was
Oh.
boring.
Computer
Oh,
Wore
fuck
Tennis
you
Shoes
guys.
was 1969. That's a decade off.
Jesus Christ, Josh. Let me look up something real quick here.
Boop, 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 boop.
Let's see. Better Off Dead is a really good movie. So is One Crazy Summer. Those are really
Yeah.
good movies.
Yeah.
Summer School.
That movie sucked too.
Oh,
Mark Harmon. right?
Shut your mouth.
Day of the Warrior? Was that an 80s movie?
That's a 90s
by any
movie.
chance?
That's a 90s movie. Day of the Warrior.
That was the day that Buff Bagwell became my favorite actor of all time.
I'll allow it.
What about
Levy has 8 or 10 or maybe 12 reasons why he's allowing it.
They're all even numbers.
Oh.
what about Betty Gordy's Last Dragon? Was that mainstream?
The Last Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to say so because Sho'nuff is kind of a pop culture icon.
Oh man, that was a great movie too.
A lot of 80s files really know who Sho'nuff is and shit.
How about
What
Weird
was a
Science?
Toxic Avenger?
Weird Science? Pretty mainstream, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say Toxic Avenger was. I wouldn't call it mainstream per se, but it is well known again by
Tromaville.
80s
Yeah,
aficionados.
So you're saying something that doesn't have a cult following?
Yeah, something that doesn't have a cult following, I think.
That's tough because a lot of my favorite movies are
Yeah.
cult following movies.
a lot of the movies are 80s are cult classics now because it's been so long.
You could just declare Day of the Warrior. You know, you can move on.
He wants everybody to pick Day of the Warrior.
Do you want to hear something? I've never seen that.
Never even
Well,
heard of it.
Yeah,
you
but see,
are missing out, my friend.
no, okay, but I'm going to explain something to you right now. It's like this. If you would have seen it then, you would have been like, you wouldn't have been able to stop masturbating. But we've been
Now it's pretty tame.
desensitized. We've
It's
been
pretty tame.
desensitized by like
Actual
well, we have
porn.
actual porn. You know what I mean? Around every corner of the internet. So like you have to put yourself in those times, man.
This was in the day. This is in the days before the internet. So
Yeah.
you know, you had to pick your spots.
like let's put it this way. Had it been on and I would have had a blank videotape, I probably would have thrown the videotape in and taped it. You know what I mean?
And they
Like,
called it
just-
something silly like History of Railroading Part 3.
Yeah. And then it would have been in the that was the spank. That was the original spank bank.
So as not to
VCR.
confuse it with the History of Railroading Part 2.
How about Real Genius? Is that mainstream?
Yeah, okay, I can accept.
What was Real Genius?
I
That was
have no
Val
idea.
Kilmer. Val Kilmer movie? You guys never saw
Okay,
Real
I know which
Genius?
one you're talking about. Yeah.
And
The Burbs.
what was the other one that was?
What about Weird Science?
That's
How about-
mainstream.
What's wrong?
This is Weird
Weird
Science.
Science. Mainstream.
This is Spinal Tap.
Mainstream.
Ooh, Spinal Tap was a good one.
But it's mainstream. I mean, it's
How's it? I'm trying to figure out what mainstream equals.
If I've heard of
cult
it
following.
before.
Oh, if you
cult
heard
following.
of it, if you heard of it.
If
Yeah,
I've heard of it before.
my favorite line from Spinal Tap was when they were reading the reviews of their album, and the one said 2 words: shit sandwich.
All right, let's move on here.
Wait. What about The Last Starfighter?
Ooh, that's not. I would consider that.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't get mentioned a lot in iconic 80s movies.
And it is getting rebooted.
I'll allow it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Just
so
one win.
Justin Lynette says, how many rolls of toilet paper do you think Fans Toys Willis is going to be worth in a couple of weeks?
About Tree Fitty.
Tree fitty.
About Shree Fitty.
Sounds like
Yeah, man.
I would say a 6-pack of dual ply.
Can I say, and it is funny that he brings that up. I'm not quite sure that I understand the toilet paper thing. Like, yes, I know everybody's got to wipe their ass, but like that's low on my list of apocalypse needs. You know,
Oh,
when I could shit and I could just wash my ass in the shower if I really needed.
Washcloth and water. Yeah.
I just watched a video before of a guy who this one channel I follow. He was down to like a quarter of a roll of toilet paper left, and so he was running to the store desperate to find some toilet paper. And he's like, "I don't understand this. What the fuck is going on?" He's in the toilet paper aisle. He's like, "Toilet paper," and he shows the empty racks.
Mm-hmm.
At the empty shelves, and he just turns around to the other side of the aisle. It's just food, and it's full. It's just full of fucking food. And he says, "Food, toilet paper.
Yeah.
Food, toilet paper."
Levy, I said that exact thing to somebody. I said, I'm more concerned with what's going in than what's coming out.
Mhm.
Definitely.
I don't know.
I got it all, so I don't care. I don't have to worry about these things.
All right.
I got it all. I got it all. That soundtrack to Jet slow-mo eating and shitting and wiping his ass.
I'm just gonna live stream me taking the rolls of toilet paper and just like throwing them out the window.
Lighting
Like
them
the
on
air-
fire.
Toilet papering someone's house.
I should.
Jed, do a video of you shitting, and then instead of rolling, you remember the old Bugs Bunny cartoons, like where they'd bring a cake out and he would cut a little sliver, and you think that was his, but then he would take the whole cake and leave the sliver. You should take a roll. You should get a roll of toilet paper, and when you go to wipe your ass, take off like a couple squares and leave that on the counter, and then take the whole roll and just wipe your ass with the whole roll, and then light it on fire.
It's too bad I don't smoke anymore. Have a cigar. I just like take some toilet paper and light it up and put it on. Light up my cigarette.
They'd be like, "This guy's a fucking asshole."
Jared Bell asks, kitty litter, garden
Bell from the
hose,
Bird Gang.
leaves, or seashells?
Seashells.
again.
What are the choices again?
Kitty litter, garden hose, leaves, or seashells?
Seashells.
Choices for wiping our ass?
Yeah, I would think so.
Garden hose?
Yeah, I mean, it would be easy. Just kind of like take one end, and
It's a redneck
take
bidet.
hold of the other, just kind of run it up and down.
What'd you say, Josh? A redneck bidet?
Wait. What do
Of
you
course,
think?
you could also do that like a normal person. Here I am actually literally wiping my ass with a garden hose.
Wait. Are you for real? Did you really? Are you? Please tell me you were kidding.
Ooh.
Sure.
Him wiping his ass with the hose itself.
Sure.
Well, it's like that picture.
Sure, I was kidding.
It's like that picture I posted in the group chat of number 3.
Yeah,
alternate
that's exactly what I was thinking of. The fucking guy wiping his ass with the freaking escalator handrail. Dude, those things are so fucking funny. The guy fucking sticking his ass out at the car wash.
Yeah, that one was pretty good, man.
Or the guy sliding down the water slide, and you see that freaking shit
the
trail.
brown streak.
You see the skid marks coming down the freaking the water slide. There was a fourth one, and I can't remember what it was.
I only saw the 3.
Yeah, there was a fourth one I saw someone posted later, and I can't remember what that one was. But yeah, so I say kitty litter. I already bought 5 bags yesterday, so I think we're stocked. So, all right.
Say
What's that?
toilet paper.
Jed?
I'm gonna pick toilet paper.
No, that's not an option, Jed.
Oh,
Okay. SLB Vlog asks, is Levy still alive? No.
His soul is dead.
Moving on.
Fuck that guy. He owes me money.
Tyler Gillette asks, why is it that you think everyone is treating COVID-19 like the rage virus from 28 days later?
Because people are stupid and they'll believe anything the media tells them.
I'll refer our listeners back to my quote of Tommy Lee Jones from Men in Black earlier.
Yeah, I don't know.
I still gotta get my wife to wear the umbrella T-shirt out.
Dumb, panicky, stupid, dangerous animals.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I
it's
think
perfect example
Tyler-
because they, is the toilet paper thing. People just are just hearing, hey, toilet paper is starting to sell out. So everyone's like, oh, I gotta get mine. So everyone rushes out and buys up all the toilet paper just because they hear that toilet paper is in demand. All it takes is just the notion for someone to say, this is in demand. Well, no, I gotta get mine now. I gotta get my piece.
If this would have happened when I was single, I would have advertised my dick as disappearing soon.
Jesus Christ.
Soon. Get yours before it runs out. My dick.
Well, it's like like snowstorms. People run for eggs, milk, bread,
Yeah, that
Mike's
All the
dick.
makings of milk sandwiches.
Yeah, that shit always kills me.
French toast. Gotta have a French toast.
All right. Adam Urban asks, will you guys be recording separate quarantine? Also, does this affect your decision on ordering anything overseas?
Well, I think one of those questions has already been answered.
Yeah,
Right,
but
Levy,
I mean,
Levy has self-quarantined himself from the rest
Yeah.
of the show.
Yeah.
but not for coronavirus again. So
You don't want that rumor getting spread.
Yeah,
Mm.
right. Also, does this affect your decision on ordering anything overseas? Absolutely not. It's been said over and over again that this stuff will not survive on services for that long
Yeah.
that it takes to get packages from overseas.
Although
Everything's getting delayed, though.
next day Amazon shipping. I don't know.
Well, that's not true because I actually had a friend at work something from Amazon for me through Amazon Prime for the next day shipping, and it was there within the next day because I tried ordering it back in January, and it took a month and a half to 2 months, and I didn't get it. So
What are you talking about, Josh?
I don't know. I'm drunk.
Fucking-
Are you drinking a little bit tonight?
No, I got to work tomorrow.
No, he's just freebasing.
He's just a fountain of lies.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Got the let's put some scare, right? So you got the Amazon employee. He got the coronavirus, but he hasn't been checked yet. He's there working at the warehouse, sneezing on your fucking shit, put it in the box.
All right, yeah.
You get it the next day.
Come on, man. You're inciting a panic.
Next day, you open up the box. It's kind of gooey. Why? I don't know.
Jesus, Jed. Come on, man.
Why the fuck is nobody ordering toilet paper through Amazon now?
Because
Well,
it's like $25 a pack.
Less human contact. You just order it online. All you have to deal with, if you even have to deal with them, is the truck driver and delivery person. But
I'll
no,
tell you
go to
what.
the fucking store and you deal with hundreds of people acting like fucking morons, touching everything because this is 2-ply, this is 1-ply, this is cheaper.
I haven't really ordered anything from China. I usually don't because that's usually like KO stuff anymore. But the stuff I get, I am still ordering from Japan. But anything that I've been getting, like after I open it, I've been like putting some hand sanitizer on my hands after I do that or washing them. So, but I usually do that anyway because the boxes are usually cruddy or dirtier, you know. So
I have enough patience that if I actually get anything, I'll just let it sit there for a while. I don't
there
care.
you go. Quarantine your packages for at least 2 days before opening them. You don't need that transformer
You
right
really think
away.
a lot of these collectors in this community will be able to do that?
Put some gloves
No.
on.
They have
Nah,
they get a
in this
package. They got to
situation-
open it, man.
Open it with gloves. Put your gloves on.
In this situation, I think they'd be able to wait, except for the ones that
Yeah.
don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I don't think they've. What is Levy? Do you know what the actual real facts are on like how long that survives on? Like,
I haven't
Depends
heard
on the
anything.
surface.
Yeah, it depends on the surface. I haven't heard anything concrete, but it does depend on the surface. Now, something more porous like cardboard and stuff. It I heard that it'll definitely last longer than say like metal. Like metal is not a good surface for viruses and bacteria.
I gotta think that if somebody like how many different hands it goes through your package, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't get the flu from it before, you probably won't get anything from them now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I really don't think there's anything to worry about from packages. It's a
But-
non-issue.
You know, boxes are dirty, so wash your hands anyway.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know,
Fucking dirty bastards.
they've been sitting on trucks and planes for the last however many
Yeah.
days.
Do you know how many rats have
It's always
probably
good,
shit on that
just a good
box?
idea to wash your hands after handling a box like that. You know,
Rat shit all over those boxes, sitting in that warehouse, waiting to be delivered to your hands
Jed.
while you're eating that clean cooked hot dog.
Anyway, moving on. Adam Urban also asks, "Are the hauls you guys mentioned going to include how many packs of TP you purchased?"
0.
Yeah,
I got my-
I was ready. I was ready to stock up.
I got my G1 toilet paper. I'm good.
April actually had a big bag of toilet paper that she got at Costco a while back that she never took out of her car. And I told her, like, honey, take that out of your car because someone's going to break into your car and steal that shit.
She's
Yeah,
dealing.
man.
Dealing on the side.
She's dealing on the streets.
Yeah, right. No, but seriously, I was like, get that out of your car before someone smashes a window and fucking takes that shit.
That would be pretty sad if someone had to smash a window, take toilet paper or hand sanitizer or
Well,
something.
you know
like
what? We also thought it was pretty sad that people were going to freaking go and just buy out all the fucking toilet paper out of the stores on a whim.
that. Yeah.
So
Well, at least we know
we're
people
living in
wiping
pretty
their
sad
ass.
times right now. So, but yeah. So, and
Next question.
finally, last one is from Brother Kyle. Just a reminder that in the midst of this national emergency, I want everyone to know that Italian Delight Pizza and Restaurant will be open all week at regular hours. 1465 West Broad Street, Quakertown, PA. Pickup or delivery. So,
That's funny.
Will he deliver to Illinois?
no.
God damn it.
Brother Kyle must really enjoy his job because he advertises for that shit like he has stock in it, and I don't think he does.
If he was smart, he would.
Yeah,
The way he
really.
advertises it.
So I got a question from we get a write up from Doors along with the MP3. So let me
Nice.
read it. So it's a little long. So let me sit right back. Let me tell you a tale. What's up, Mike, Jed, and Levy? Hope you gentlemen are well. I know you're recording remotely tonight, so Levy, I hope you're feeling better, man. It's been a crazy couple of weeks since the last episode. Regardless of where you live or how you feel about it, this COVID-19 shit has affected so many people, create a lot of uncertainty, especially for the old and vulnerable. It's truly a terrible time. TFCon canceled, E3 canceled, major sporting events canceled, not to mention I still can't wipe my ass and eat spaghetti because there's no fucking paper or pasta left. Must be a pasta outage over there.
Yeah. Pot. Well, even here, pasta, rice, it's all going.
Oh, dry goods, yeah. So, you know what? I thought, fuck this. I'm sick of all the bad vibes. I'm going to bring some humor into the world and try to make you guys smile. I heard your request loud and clear to send in a clip of my voice on the last show. That shit was so funny. Your accents were hilarious. So anyway, challenge accepted. So I left work early. He left work early to work from home, rolled up a big one, got blazed, and created a little something for you. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did recording it. I just want to say a big thank you to you guys for all the hours of entertainment. You know I'm a huge, huge fan of the show. I've been with you since episode 1, Turbine Tits, and you've given me so many laughs since then. I know these things don't record and edit themselves, so it's really much appreciated. You're welcome. Shout out to the extended Blackout and Shout universe. Jefferson, Brother Kyle, and all the crew. Big Up, Rogue, and Storm, Little JP, and not forgetting all the Blackout and Shout wags. That's wives and girlfriends to the uninitiated. Shout out to Vanessa, Lorianne, and April for putting up with all your bullshit. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and look after one another out there, people. From the United Kingdom of Great Britain and the Queen herself, doors out. P.S. Fuck you, John Bailey and Robin Leach.
Oh man!
Yeah,
well,
man.
Thank you, Doors. That really means a lot to hear all that. So
Doors is cool as fuck, man. It definitely, I know, like I talked to him, man. It's definitely on the bucket list to get over there on the other side of the pond and smoke a doober with him like the size of my arm. That's
we
gonna be
gotta
a
go
good
to
time.
TF, man. We gotta go to England for TF Nation.
Yeah, yep.
Definitely see some fucking monsters then.
Yeah.
Loch Ness and otherwise. Yo, Doors, take me to the Loch Ness Monster, man. He's like, Mike, we're not in Ireland.
I can't remember if I sent it in the chat or just told one of you guys individually, but Doors actually hit me up maybe a week and a half ago. I can't remember. And stop me if I already said this on the last podcast, but the guy from Philly, did I tell you that one? He said he ran into it. He ran into a dude. He was, I think, it was work related.
Oh yeah, this is the group chat.
Yeah. And he said that he found out that through the conversation found out the dude was from Philly, and he said he screamed "Go Birds" at him, and the dude looked at him like he had two heads. I said, man, I'm like, man. He said he was really disappointed. I'm like, dude, you probably ran into the only dude that lives in Philly that like wouldn't have reacted to that. It's a bummer.
He was probably a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, dude, those people exist. Those you want to talk about fucking animals, dude? Cowboy fans, Philly. The fuck.
Yep.
But anywho,
Sean sent me a picture, Mike. It was a picture of like all Dallas jerseys and stuff like that.
The toilet paper, right?
Yeah, he said, "Oh, look, Walmart restocked on their toilet paper."
he said it over to me too, man. Yeah. And the other funny one that I saw going around was the Nickelback continues to play empty stadiums.
Yeah, that's the best.
Unaware of the coronavirus, they continue to play empty stadiums. I was fucking dude. It's so funny. My Nickelback hatred is so like at least infamous on my page that I had like 12 or 13 people either send me that or tag me in it, which I replied to everybody the same way, but it was pretty funny.
We do have one more. Is a recent post from Marlon Terracena. He asks, now that we're in an apocalypse, was buying toys worth it?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it was.
Absolutely, it was.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why a little pandemic should reduce the enjoyment and worthiness of my chosen hobby. So, absolutely.
Listen, we're going to die regardless one of these days, whether or not it's today, tomorrow, or 50 years from now.
Hopefully 50 years from now.
So like no matter when that day comes, you know, all this is you can't take any of this with you. So you may as well enjoy as much as you can while you're here. And if this is where you find your happiness, collecting and reading comic books and doing all the shit that we do, you can't, regardless of how that ends, whether or not it's now or later, you can't go back on it. You know what I mean? You got to fucking ride it out because this is what we do, man. This is what we do.
And you know, I am going to say, I think the situation that we're in makes it even more worth it because, you know, while you're here, you want to live life, you know, do the things that you enjoy, you know, just don't worry about what other people think. Don't worry about, negative things. Just, you know, if there's something that you enjoy and it doesn't involve hurting other people, just do it, you know, take a chance, you know, take a leap of faith and just do what makes you happy, you know, just live life to the fullest while you're here. That's
this is no lie, dude. I see a lot of people my age that are like they're old fucks. And a lot of my friends that continue to collect toys and read comics and, you know, watch cartoons and all this shit have sense of humors and have imaginations, and that's kept them young. And I truly believe like nobody ever believes I'm the age I am. And I know a bunch of you guys are like, you know, we're all older dudes and shit like that, but we don't ever come across that way, you know, and that's because we hung on to all this stuff and we continue to, you gotta let your imagination run, man. Like my one thing that one of my professors said when I was going through graphic school was like, you like when you're being creative, you have to continue, to find a way to continue to think like a kid.
Yeah.
Like we did, you know what I mean? Like when we were first getting into all this kind of stuff.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Nah, that's all right.
You were saying one of my things that my teacher said when I was going through grad school was, "You suck." Sorry.
It's all right. I got nothing to say anyway.
I had to put some humor in that.
All right, so that's it for the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have anything else?
I hope we're here in another 2 weeks doing this exact same thing, and I hope none of us is falling the fuck apart at that point. And I hope
I have a feeling we'll probably be doing remotely again.
Yeah. It seems like it's gonna get a little nuttier before it gets better.
Yeah.
I will be more than happy to come back.
Yeah, you're disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Okay.
No.
That's all right.
Nah, this tryout didn't go very well.
It was good. It was good having you on, Josh. We're glad you can make it. Even though you almost got booted 7 times.
Maybe for half the show or a quarter of the show, maybe. Then you got to go.
Okay.
How about none of the show?
You went 2 hours, Levy,
What?
without a racist comment. I'm proud of you.
Dude, I told you. The fact that you're saying that I'm racist really fucking hurts. Okay? I am the furthest thing from racist. Okay?
This reminds me of like when Deadpool keeps telling Cable, like, listen.
Maybe one day you'll be able to judge people on their merit rather than the color of their skin.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just waiting for Levy to throw something out there like, all right, Josh, show's over. Let's hit the showers.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
That's even beyond my ability to crack dark humor.
No. Oh, I was just saying like a sports thing.
Yeah,
Like you guys were
sure.
like gay for each other, but no.
We know what you were getting at.
No.
I don't know what you were getting at, but
Mm.
it was the gay angle. But
All right. Well, I just want to say, what's that?
I'll bring the loofah, don't worry.
No, you want.
You want me to use my hands? All right, fine. I'll use my hands, buddy.
Levy
Just
was
really
pull-
just get in there. Just really
Levy's-
just get into every crevice.
Levy's pulling a Muttley. How does that razzo?
So, no, I just want to say thanks again to Doors for the kind words.
Yeah, and the new intro for the show.
Well, I was going to say, I think I can speak for everyone here when I say it means more than you can ever know. And, you know, much love to you for the Blackout and Shout show. So thank you very much. Thank you for the intro. That shit is that fucking rocks. It's awesome. It's freaking hilarious.
Go subscribe to SLB Vlog.
Wow.
I had to get a cheap plug in there. Come on.
But yeah, so thanks again. Thank you so much for that. Anyone else?
Everything that Levy said. And fuck you, John Bailey.
Thanks, guys, for having me on. This is, I really appreciate it. And Fuck you, Rob Liefeld.
Oh, fuck you, Josh.
He took your FU. Shout out, Levy.
That was mine. Hold on. That was mine before it was Levy's.
Do you see
I
that
wanna
Levy
get that
stole
clear.
that shit? Man, he got that shit right out from under you.
No, that was mine
That's
before
okay.
Levy's.
That's okay.
Mike,
I forgive him.
do you have any closing thoughts?
Enough's enough. We're out.